Evening, everyone. Hi. Welcome. Welcome. Scales of Destiny from Explore the Beyond, episode 36. 36, it's exciting. As per usual, if you're watching on YouTube later on in the future, welcome from the future. Feel free to drop us a like and a subscribe if you enjoy. That'd be cool. And a comment if you have any feedback. That'd be awesome. If you're watching on Twitch, good evening. Always happy to have people. Always a pleasure. We look forward to sharing this story with you. The usual. Right. We have a good session as per usual again. We're still exploring the Hive underneath Doral on the island of Karasgard. Now, let's bring in the players, shall we?
Odd Cup, and I'm like, oh, did they? Didn't know. Okay, good to know.
Didn't make it into the eliminations, boy.
Yep.
It's bad, man.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey.
Hello. Good day.
How is everyone? Doing well?
Yeah.
Good.
Good. Who's gonna do the recap for me?
I did last week.
I love like the lack of enthusiasm this week. I don't remember whose turn it might be. I think it's Burius' turn.
No, I think it's my turn. I haven't done it for a while, but I don't have any notes, so I was not gonna step forward.
I think I did it before. And then Josh did it. And then
I see.
Yeah, it's my
Okay.
turn.
Go on, Yathina. Chop. You can do it.
I'm not gonna lie, my only notes I have is a sentence. I have a fork and a chicken. Ugh.
Just insightful.
Okay, so yeah, we started the session still in the Hive. The Hive being some sort of underground, almost city. Seems like it's almost as big as a city. For safekeeping of the population of Doral because the volcano is erupting, and we have been tasked to clear out the Hive. And this is our second session where we are on still level 1, clearing out the Hive. In the first session, we have gone against a couple of creatures already. And we started the session, I believe, after having a short rest.
This is your third session, by the way.
The third session already?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is our third session. Yeah, I know. But the last one was the second session. Yeah. So we started the last session, I believe, after we had a short rest, or we had a short rest in the beginning of that session. And we continued to explore the rooms and see if there was anything of notice that we found. We didn't find anything valuable as far as I can tell. We found a sort of indoor garden that was overgrown, but not really overgrown because the plants were made out of stone. And we found a kitchen, and we found a dining room. When I'm trying to find the dining room. Oh, there we go. When we get to the dining room, I hear some noises coming from the eastern side of the, I'm going to call it a compound, from the eastern side of the Hive. And it's quite heavy steps, heavy movement, and we get surprised by a creature related to stone. I don't quite remember what the name of the creature was. It was quite large, it was huge, and there was there 2 other stone elementals or 1 other stone elemental? I don't remember, but there was some more creatures made out of stone, and we very bravely fought it, and the sorceress totally didn't run away to try and hide or anything. That totally didn't happen. And Aqua's during the fight, Aqua's wild magic went off, and I started flying, and Aqua went to
The astral plane.
the astral plane, yeah. While the other two, Vic and Sköld, disposed of the threats. We managed to fight them eventually. No, I don't remember why I took damage. But yeah, we then had a long rest in the dining room. Aqua slept on the table, literally after the fight, climbed on the table and passed out. I believe he got woken up by some sort of ghost. Who knows what that was? And very bravely fought that ghost. And yeah, I think after the long rest, we continued to explore a little bit. We found an office that had a very dusty office, hadn't been used for a long time. I don't remember whether we found anything of interest in there. Correct me if I'm wrong.
That's where you found the desk, is it not? With the drawer that Aqua couldn't open.
Oh, okay, yeah. There was a desk, and Aqua couldn't open the drawer, and then I think with some force you managed to open it, and a knife shot out at you.
Stone blade, yeah, I've got written down.
Stone blade, yeah. We found some living quarters with some beds in there, but we continued moving to where we are now, which is we found this corridor already, so we came to another room with a nice cozy seating arrangement and a corridor that was not as, let's say, modern, not as clean as the ones that we had seen so far.
Okay. So yeah, we pick up with the Navigators in this sort of corridor slash. It's something like a gathering hall. But there's a cavern carved, well, not even carved, dug out of the pure stone to your right, and a few unexplored doors here and there. And I believe you decided that you wanted to continue investigating this level until you moved on.
Yep.
Yeah, mainly because we hadn't found any stairs yet to go down.
Wow. And we need to clear every room that we're
And
allowed.
also, I just remembered I sent a message to Steelbrow to ask about the mysterious door that we found, and he said not to disturb it.
Yes,
Secrets.
that's what we're gonna do. We're not going to disturb it. It's not correct.
He's just dwarfist.
For now.
100% gonna leave it alone. So alone.
I believe we thought about whether the stone giant or not the stone giant, the stone creature that we fought could have come from here, and I rolled an investigation, and I realized that it came from another direction, so it's unlikely that it came from here.
Yes.
That's where we left off.
Okay. So what are you guys doing? You've got the rest of this unknown sized cavern to explore, but you also have this mysterious carved out or dug out corridor that, as you look down, Aqua and Sköld and Vic and Nell, I guess, it sort of goes off in a straight line but descends slightly, and then as it gets to a point where it descends too far for you to see any further.
Oh.
Well, I suppose we best have a look around the fabricated areas before we start branching off into potential areas outside of the intended
Yeah.
design.
It looks like it goes down. That might be our way to the next level anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We should look
probably.
in the doors first.
Let's go.
Okay. This room seems to be another meeting area, cozier. There's what look to be chairs and sofas and lounges that would have been padded once, but have kind of been left to decay over time.
Gold sits on one of the this like sofa things and makes the typical old man sounds.
Just
Ah, yeah. It's a good seat.
We don't have time to rest Sköld. We gotta do this quick.
Nah, okay.
Fine, we'll let your people burn in a volcano.
okay. And down here is a bathroom.
I'm gonna go.
Wow.
Lovely.
So going back on ourselves this way. Did we go down here?
You have not been down here, no.
There are quite a few dead ends we've actually just bypassed for some reason.
This is a peculiar little outcropping.
Guys, we've
Yeah.
left now behind.
She's fine. She's
He's with us.
as is the chicken,
Okay.
by the way.
Oh yes, the chicken.
Um,
Forget about it.
this outcropping here was seemed to once hold a statue that has either been removed or has been destroyed at some point in the past. Continuing further down, you are led into a T-junction, essentially, with another statue in the middle. This one seems to be and it's another dwarf that's holding directions. To the left, this way, is a public bath, almost. And then to this right is back to the main entrance, but also this room seems to be another sort of arts presentation room, basically.
I want to inspect this art on this wall to see if there's another secret passage into the bathroom.
Okay, make an investigation check for me.
Because that will be extremely weird if they have that.
You spend a considerable amount of time pushing against every aspect of these tapestries, and after a solid 5 minutes or so, up and like down and up again, you're convinced that there is no secret passage through there. It seems to be just a wall behind them.
Not every wall then has secrets.
In this room here, Vic, is a somewhat stagnant pool of water that, while here seems to just come out to this part of the area, but actually it's like most into the middle of the room, or most of the way down the middle of the room, with just a small passageway over here. It seems to be quite still, and the water has been laid here for so long that it's just gone pretty rancid and nasty. But this would have been used as like a public bath sometime, like when the place was in use.
Yeah, interesting. Interesting design.
This place
yeah.
seems like it would be quite nice if it's got life in it.
Well,
It isn't trying to murder us.
On the walls of the public baths, there's engravings and all sorts of things, just depicting dwarves just kind of relaxing and frolicking, and
In the wild.
in the wilds of that
Make
one
it sound like
pool.
a hot spring.
Yes.
Okay, quite.
And then as you come back round here, there's, for the first time since you arrived, this door here is signposted as a forge. And to the left, to your right, sorry, no, your left, yeah, right as you look at it, are some more accommodations.
Toasty.
Toasty.
Starting to feel a bit
Have a
cold.
look in this forge quickly.
How many beds would you say are in one room?
There's a bed here.
What, in the forge?
Yes.
Yes, this room, while also a forge, does seem to be like one room accommodations. This bed is behind a set of shelves that holds varying things from books to equipment and various forge-based things. Against this wall is where all of the forging would happen. Sorry, and then throughout the room are different. There's a table and living space things. So descriptive. Things you would find in a living space, but forge is kind of confined here. It doesn't seem to be like a working industrial forge. It's more of a
Hobby forge.
yes, or like a tinkering forge.
Well, I call dibs on this room.
These
I
four
can make you a fire if you want to.
these
Sorry.
four rooms here, each they're fairly rudimentary and uniform in the way they're laid out. There's a bed, there's a chest at the end of the bed, there's a desk with a chair and a sort of token rug. But they all also have those strange pipes that you saw in the office at the top of the complex.
I like how the one at the top there has a small window. See through to the other room.
I know. It doesn't seem it's less of a window and more of a hole that's been created. This room is something of a garden. There's a dip in the ground, probably about 2 or 3 feet, with soil underneath. And back in the old days, when this place was inhabited, there would have been shrubbery, or maybe even an attempt at trees, that sort of thing, planted in here, and it would have been somewhere to gather. And Sköld, you would know that this place would probably be the only place in the whole complex that would have access to quote unquote fresh air. Even though dwarves like being underground and being in mines and such, sometimes fresh air is a good healer. Clear the mind.
Now this kind of reminds me, I'm going off topic here. When I went to Fuerteventura, there's these what looked like were originally like water pits, or maybe like areas where there would be like nice plants and stuff, but they had since been repurposed and there'd been like cactuses planted there. So there would be these like steps going down into just this pit of just cactus.
Nice.
No, just like, but why?
Because why not?
And they were called the Smactus Pit. Anyway.
This room, another it seemed like there's a lot of social rooms. This one is another art gallery-esque, again, investigating, no hidden walls or anything that you can see.
I got behind it though.
You did. These ones
Oh.
these ones are hanging. Oh shit. These ones are hanging, sort of like free flowing, so they move as you catch the breeze or as you create the breeze. And there's actually quite an interesting effect. They all seem to be designed and embroidered in a way that when a gust catches it, even the slightest breeze, they all flutter in a pattern, and it creates quite a mesmerizing effect that would affect Sköld probably more. The rest of you would be there, like relatively impressed, but it kind it just the way they flutter, it just kind of, they all seem to move independently but in sync with each other, and it's just very entrancing.
They shimmer.
They shimmer.
So was there actually meant to be anything behind it?
No, there's nothing behind it. They're just freestanding.
Oh, I see.
I
Go
zoomed
over
out
here.
a lot, and I've just randomly got text on my screen now, so I'm zooming back in.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
There's a bit up there and stuff. Yeah. Did we go over this bit before?
You haven't been over there,
the-
no.
No,
Is
there
it
are a
now
couple
here,
areas
maybe?
like that. Yeah.
We should probably go through and make sure we have cleared monsters. I guess.
That is
Yeah.
the one down was where the Frankenstein dog attacked us from.
Oh, here, yeah.
Honest dog.
Yep,
Like
you
here,
recognize
yeah.
this as the corridor with the
Unexplained
statues.
damage.
Yes. Pillars, sorry, not statues. This room is a brewery.
I'm at home.
Momentum.
Considering breweries require you know,
Things like that.
leaving things to fester and ferment, this room smells quite bad.
I see.
However, you know, I'm sure you'll be. You could cope. It's bad, but well, actually,
Drunk.
it's
Any secret stashes?
yeah.
of,
Actually,
like...
everyone roll a Constitution saving throw for me.
I was about to ask whether there was anything in the barrels anyway.
Oh,
Oh
Nice.
dear. Oh no.
Sushi.
Oh,
We're off to a
Sköld.
good start.
How is it the non-tanky sorcerers are the ones that don't roll badly?
I never
My
My
drink.
greatest
character is an
weakness.
alcoholic.
Alcohol.
Vic and Sköld, you find yourselves becoming very overcome with the air is very thick, and you take a breath, and the fermentation process has just been left to happen, so the air is very thick, and it almost feels like you could chew the air. And Vix especially, you actually let's see if there's a condition for this. You become we'll go with distracted.
Wow, that's
Nice.
And you become very dazed. You've got double vision. You are very drunk. So your ability checks for now, until I say so, are with disadvantage. Sköld, you are also we'll go with distracted. You are less drunk, but you still have disadvantage on ability checks while you are in this state. Aqua and Nell, if you want to investigate, see if there are any secret stashes, you may.
Yeah, and I want to investigate the barrels as well, if there's any.
There are. This big, essentially big barrel in the mid at the end still has some fluid in it, but it's just loop. And then these barrels down here. Roll your investigation check. Sorry. Are full of the same gloop. Good job, Aqua.
I'm just enjoying the air.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're doing your best to fight off the drunkenness.
Yeah.
That's where all of your current focus is.
You could say he's distracted. Hey.
I'm leaving before that. No!
You are distracted.
I'm gonna take my water skin and I dip it into the gloopy liquid and fill it up.
Oh god.
All right. You have a water skin of overly fermented ale. Enjoy that.
I mean, I don't need to drink it. I can just throw it at someone.
You could eat it.
You've learnt a lot from Aqua, I see. Just throwing everything that's in your flask.
Okay. There's nothing else in here. There's a few cabinets at the sides that have empty glasses and bottles in, but other than that, nothing particular. This room is the room that did you come through here? I don't remember.
No,
Yeah.
we've not been in here yet.
Oh no, this room. I was like, why are the doors open? Who came through here? Nell.
Mhm.
This room is where that big creature that came at you likely came from. You can tell because of the bloody great big creature-sized holes in the door frames. And all of the destroyed barrels and such that have been left, casks that have
Yeah,
been
I'm glad
sort
you
of...
said barrels. I thought they were crates.
No, they're casks. So they're sort of on their side barrels, basically. And they've just been crushed and destroyed, and more of that sort of liquid, but probably solid, is just like squished against the floor.
As I noticed that the creature came from here, I stop for a second and am quiet and listen out whether I can hear any other sounds. Just because suddenly, like, anxiety overcomes me, and I'm just like, oh god, is there any more?
Make an investigation check. No, perception check. Sorry. Nothing right now. It's just the distant din and rumble of the volcano in the distance.
Okay, I'm gonna cast false life on myself anyway.
Okay. You continue?
I'll start eating some, picking at some rations, trying to
Okay.
save myself up a little bit if possible.
Build up a bit of energy just in case.
Yeah, I thought these were like desks and we're in some sort of like classroom. And I was like, what classroom is next to the brewery?
Nope. This is where some of the finer, less ales and more what they called your spirits. Thank you, would be distilled. Okay. This door here is signposted to to Vic and Sköld as there's the runes like in dwarfish on the walls has been scratched over slightly, but it's either saying that this is the amphitheater or it's saying that this is the something that would essentially translate as fight club. However, the doors are currently locked, and they are very grand indeed.
They obviously scratched out the name because it's Don't Talk About Fight Club.
Do we
Yeah.
have a
You
look?
think Russell Crowe's in there?
I open the door slowly.
Don't get it.
Oh.
It's locked.
Locked.
Spoiled.
I mean,
Why?
he's confused, right? Or he's distracted.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, I'm distracted.
Perfect roleplay right there.
Aqua literally says, door's locked. And Skull's like, just go in.
Is
Nah.
this the same sort of door?
Yes, these two are like the same doors into the same room.
Am I tipsy enough to be like, fuck it, and go and boot the door?
Yeah, if you want to be.
Yeah.
Does this corridor actually end here, or is it just me being...
Please hold. You're asking a lot of questions.
Sorry.
Okay, make a strength check for me.
So I'm imagining myself like on a night out,
Mm-hmm.
and I got a kebab or something in hand, standing up, and everyone's trying to get in the door, and I'm like, well, why don't I just kick it then?
Yeah, exactly.
But
Go for it.
I'm just gonna go for a boot. Strength check.
Disadvantage.
Oh, okay. I'll roll it out again.
Well.
You give this door a proper like boot with your heel, and you sort of lose your balance slightly as you go to kick it, and your foot glances off, but still makes enough contact to send a sort of shockwave right up to your knee, and you just fall flat on your back.
Okay, I'm still eating though.
I
But
am laughing at this.
you believe with your 23 that you did really well.
Yep.
Yeah,
You-
okay. I'm eating. Just lying back in.
You managed to keep your rations like perfectly in your hand though.
As he's done that, I've laughed. I've seen that. I remember I managed to open a drawer. No one could. I'm going to have a kick.
Go for it. Make a strength check.
With disadvantage.
No, you're fine.
Am I? I am still distracted, apparently. Oh, wait, no, that's gone now.
Yeah, I turned it off. You're all good.
Before
Nice.
he. Okay, all good.
Right.
You manage to kick it and you get a good purchase on it, but the door doesn't seem to budge. It just kind of moves forward slightly and then stops.
I'm still against vandalism, even if I am in a slightly distracted state, so I shall not.
Not vandalism when we need to open the doors.
There
It's not
should be anything in
vandalism.
there.
It's not vandalism
they-
if no one's here to see it. God.
I'm gonna try and Vic, step back or get up first and then step back.
No.
Why not?
I'll crawl. I'm crawling out there with my food in my hands.
Oh God.
Oh boy. I'm gonna shoot an Eldritch Blast at the door.
Okay, roll an attack roll. Okay, roll damage.
Successfully hit the door.
You fire your Eldritch Blast off at. There's like a big doorknob in the middle of the door. There's a slight like scuff on the door where Vic's foot glanced off, and then there's a nice sort of footprint where Aqua's foot made contact. And you just fire this Eldritch Blast straight through that door handle, and then the door just swings open.
Nice. I shake my head at the other three and just walk in.
I mean, I didn't even do anything.
You're a part of this now, Sköld.
No Russell Crowe, unfortunately.
Well, it looks mighty impressive, whatever it is.
I still don't understand that reference. Is Russell Crowe in Fight Club?
No, Gladiator.
Oh, okay. I've literally never seen Fight Club, so I was like, I don't understand the reference. Yeah, this seems to be more along the amphitheater like lines than Fight Club, but you know, if you squint hard enough, there's steps at the back, raise sort of 5 feet per 3 steps, and there's a fair amount of seating for enough people to have a good show.
Am I able to unlock it from this side?
Yeah, the door unlocks easily from the inside. And it's made. This room is the first room that you've come into really that's different stone. It seems to have been polished more, and even now, after all these years, it's still pretty clean.
Nice. Is the door broken that I Eldritch Blasted?
Yeah, quite considerably.
Okay, Sköld, do your thing.
There's nothing to mend. You literally blasted straight through the door. There's like a sort of somewhat busted circular hole in the middle of the door.
Yes, I was going to try and attempt to mend it.
I cast Prestidigitation to make a tiny door appear in its place.
Nice. Okay.
Wow. Okay, well, I think we've nearly explored most of the areas. I think down here might be the only...
Yes. This looks to be a bit more of a it's a bit of a shift in tone, but this seems to be more of the body disposal section.
Ah.
Let's say.
Yeah, I don't want to go in there.
I do.
This room, the floor is disgusting. And there's a sort of miasma in the room that
I have to follow everyone in.
immediately kind of, it's much like the brewery. This room hits you hard. Everyone make a con save for me.
Oh, and I got disadvantage.
Mm-hmm. No, just ability checks. You're okay.
Oh, oops. I got 15 plus something.
15 plus 4, so 19. Okay. Vic, in your somewhat inebriated and distracted state, this room turns your stomach. So yeah, you're currently feeling very sick. You managed to just about hold off the vomit,
Mm-hmm.
but it's bubbling. Everyone else, you managed to do okay. This room here to your right is their equivalent of a morgue. There are pipes in the wall again that you've seen previously. And over here, there are tables with set like skeletal hands, feet, various bones from the body. And
It's a bit macabre to keep those lying around.
well, yes, yeah.
Can I grab one hand?
Sure.
Is it okay? So, oh shit. Well, they
So
do
you
look.
you grab a hand, and there's nothing really keeping it together. It is literally just like a rotten hand. And you kind of go to grab it and end up just like clumping a whole bunch of the bones together. So now you just have like a handful of bones.
Okay, I want to do something, and you might not allow me to, and it has literally no purpose except for being a cool idea.
I swear, if you make a pun.
No, it's not a fun. Well, a little bit actually. I'm going to cast Mage Hand,
Oh god.
and I want to sort of puzzle together the hand, the bones of the hand in my Mage Hand.
Okay. Roll a medicine check to see if you can jigsaw puzzle the bones back together.
You know what a hand is. Nope, you do not.
Fuck! This was such a cool idea.
You get too distracted by the cool idea, and the bones all have just like clumped together so much, and some of them kind of shatter and crumple and dissolve in your hand because they've just been there for so long that they turn to a semi-dust, and it's the cool idea dies much like the owner of this hand probably has.
This is very sad. I grab a few scattered bones that haven't dissolved to dust yet. Nothing specific. No, like I don't know if they're hand bones or feet bones or fingers or tongues. No, tongues don't have bones. But I'll just grab a bunch of bones, maybe 12 or something, and put them in my bag.
Okay.
Just for fun, because I want bones.
Okay. You do that. You have now got a collection of bones.
Cool.
Vic, in this room over here, absolutely no idea what this room could be. There's a pile of bones in the center of the room. There's a rotten bed in one corner. And there are, again, a variety of different parts of the skeleton arrayed on shelves on the whole way around the room. It's not fun. And also
Dwarven nursery then.
no. And also you're still feeling very, not well.
Before we move on, I want to have a quick look at these pipes because we've seen them in a few rooms now. I just want to see if I can figure out what they were for. Are they some sort of airing system? Are they some sort of messaging system?
Roll an intelligence check. They seem more along the lines of messaging. You notice there is eventually piece together that there is a vague numbering system that could correlate to different areas of the complex of the hive itself that it could be sent to.
Is there some sort of opening
Yes, at the
in any
bottom.
of?
So the pipes come out and they curve downwards, and then it would be it's I don't know, 4 or 5 inches circular. That there's enough to fit a message or two in there and send it off, or physical items if necessary.
So I'm going to open it and I'm just gonna yell into it. Hello?
Hello, hello.
Okay. And I move on.
Okay, roll a perception check.
Ah, sorry, I had my character sheet over it.
For the briefest of moments, and I mean the briefest of moments, you think you hear a response, but it's so faint it must have just been the continued echo of you.
My voice sounds kind of weird. I join the others again.
Okay. You rejoin the others.
Yeah, sorry, I was actually writing. Where are they?
We're
Okay.
down in the lower room.
We went through.
This corridor is signposted as the same corridor that you ran through away from the elemental that appeared in front of you. However, you did not come past this point, so you did not see that this section has like sections dug out. It is just pure dug.
Pure dug.
Pure dug.
I'm going on a bit of an exploration.
Yeah, I'm gonna explore a different one.
Okay, everyone, both of you make investigation checks as you're exploring this.
Vic, are you okay? You look quite green.
Yeah, I just need a bit of a rest, I think.
We
I'll
just
take it easy.
rested.
With disadvantage, Sköld.
Damn.
Oh no. Sköld, in your state, you can't work out what would have potentially dug these little passageways out. But they don't seem planned or in any way organized. They just are there. Aqua, you can see evidence of a few different types of tools that have been used to dig this cavern out. There's definite signs of things like a pickaxe, maybe. But also other things that you can't quite make out.
Ah. Well, from the pickaxe, I'm gonna assume that the dwarfs are making a new hallway or a new room or something, and this was the start of it, and they never finished.
Okay. Makes sense.
That's good.
It doesn't look like that to you, Sköld, even in your state.
Yes.
Excuse me.
Can I continue moving on? Or...
Sure, go for it.
Woohoo!
I have sort of done the semicircle I did and backed out to Nell, and well, I guess Vix now just ran off into the cave.
Sköld, make a perception check.
With disadvantage.
With disadvantage. No.
Even without disadvantage, your rolls are shit.
Excuse me.
It's true.
There was a 15 in there, I'll have you know.
Get called out, I guess. Okay. We
And
move.
also, it's a bit rich coming from the person who got a natural 1.
Yeah, I
Did
know,
anyone
right?
open this door?
No, that door is a continuation of the doorway
Oh, the
being
hole.
ripped
Yeah.
open. Yes.
I was attracted by the glowing green flames.
Yes. The glowing there. What you said. That while not like engulfed in flames anymore, are still, smoldering embers. And there's a set of shelves in front of you with very ancient-looking books on them.
I'm not worried about the books.
I'm gonna try and reignite the flames.
Okay.
Oh no.
How are you going to try and reignite the flames?
Let me just quickly check my spells. I'm going to try that's not in my character list, but my special Nalt produce flame spell. And I just hold a flame in my hand and I try to put it into the fire.
Okay. Roll an Arcana check.
God, no. Oh, are you kidding me?
Karma.
I feel like that is karma, honestly.
I don't want to talk about it. I'm rage quitting this game.
This flame does not seem to respond to your attempts at emboldening it.
Okay. Behind. This is weird fire. It's green. I don't like it.
Oh, it didn't react to you, which means maybe it's something else.
Maybe.
Arcane fire.
I have arcane fire.
Different type. Perhaps.
I want a
Vic,
ray of frost into the middle of it.
Vic, roll
the
a
middle of one of
Constitution saving throw for me.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I'm going to do that in the middle of the fire.
Okay. You're starting to feel a bit better. Your stomach isn't quite churning as much. Sköld, roll a Constitution saving throw.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Let's see.
Straight roll, no disadvantage.
Very well. Thank goodness. Perpetual cycle of getting worse.
You too are also starting to feel better. You both are no longer. You are both no longer distracted. Yeah.
You're now dead.
Roll an attack roll for your Ray of Frost.
Yes.
You miss the middle of the bowl, and your Ray of Frost just kind of bounces off the bowl and lands in the ceiling.
That fire is weird. It deflected my ray.
Mm-hmm.
So, apart from the other dugout part, do we think we've been around every part?
I mean, there's still that magical door, and it feels like it all.
We'll leave the door. We got to. If they said to leave the door, that's one less job. So I guess.
Aren't you curious, though, what's behind it?
No.
Anything could be behind it. Who knows what could be behind it?
Could
Could be
be.
nothing.
Could be nothing.
Probably something, but I feel like we've got 4 more floors to go through still. Like.
You're right. We are in a time
Continue.
crunch.
We've been here already one day. We don't even know what's going on upstairs. Maybe everyone's dead already.
Hmm.
Sorry, Sköld. I didn't mean it. I'm sure they're all fine.
Well, let's just make
Roll
our
a
way
deception
back to the
check.
Aqua is having very vivid images in his head at the moment.
Who knows?
I didn't mean it.
Somehow, Sköld is deceived.
From what
Wait,
he
Vic.
doesn't know.
Wait, Skull, do you know what room we're gonna go back through?
Oh, yeah. Should we go the other way?
Hold your mouth and run.
Hold my mouth.
Take your mouth away from your
How
face.
can we go through it?
Can we not go? We can
take
go
a
this
breath
way.
beforehand.
We can go this way.
That's too late.
Let's just hold our breath. I think it's probably.
Yeah, holding your breath will work.
They understood what I meant.
Everyone that went through that room, you have learnt the new ability of holding your mouth.
Unfortunately, Nal has not.
Oh, she has. I don't know where you guys are.
Imagine keeping up.
I'm just following Vic. I don't know if we're going in the right direction.
Of course we are.
Hey, can I don't know what the English word is. Hold on. Can I piggyback on your back? You're strong enough.
Use your chicken.
Fuck, I forgot about my chicken.
Yeah, the chicken.
I left the chicken to guard the magic door.
No, you failed that, remember?
You did.
So we haven't seen anything that constitutes to like a built staircase or anything, have we?
This is our only opening we've not explored yet, so it descends, which I'm assuming dwarfs would dig down since we come from up above.
Yeah, I guess nothing to say that the next few floors can't be rough cut out rather than actually
Yeah.
masoned.
Maybe they never got round to doing the stairs?
Maybe. Right.
How dark is it? Can I see? Or is it just descends into darkness?
It descends into darkness.
Right,
Although
lead the way, Vic.
Vic's been walking around this whole thing with his sword out, I think.
Got my glowy
Yes.
sword.
Yeah. So you do have dim light.
I think it's 30 light, 60 dim or something.
Oh yeah,
Something like
maybe.
that. It's like 30, 60. Bright light for 30, dim for extra 30.
Okay. As long as you're within 30 feet of Vic, you can see fine.
Nice.
Can catch up.
Hey, after my terrifying ghost attack, I am sticking by your side.
Oh,
Okay.
I'll take the rear guard.
What what is that?
very phallic.
Damn it. As you descend into the cavern, what's the marching order?
Be at the back.
I'd be at the
I'm
back.
behind Vic.
I love how there's a bit of a skirmish to see who's at the back. That's quite
But
funny.
you might get ambushed, so I thought I could be at the back.
But would you imagine to be ambushed in this tunnel?
Yes,
Okay, then
very much so.
Okay, then you go
Creatures
to the
that can
back.
teleport through walls. We can be ambushed any position we're in.
Because Nalis is going around without a care in the world. She's just like, oh yeah, shouting into pipes, hearing a strange voice. Oh yeah, my voice sounds
Trying
weird.
to get rid of her giant chicken.
Yep.
Yeah. So, everyone, how are you proceeding? Are you proceeding normally? Are you stealthing? Are you just,
I'd be following Vic's lead. If Vic is stealthing, I would be stealthing.
Okay.
I probably wouldn't be stealthing, but I'd be keeping an eye out in case there was like a proper slope to go down, or if there was like a hidden doorway to get down there properly or something.
I know I'm listening out for any noises or what sounds to be like creatures that aren't the volcano.
Okay, both of you make perception checks, please. Individual perception checks. Wait a minute, that's not the right thing. 22 and 14. Aqua, you're sure after about 25 to 30 minutes of going down this cavern, it sort of switches back on itself and sometimes descends steeper than others. You're sure you hear skittering?
Lovely.
Either behind you, in front of you, or to the sides of you. Can't tell.
I'm going to be so mad if it's spiders.
Vic.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing jumps out at you.
It's always good in the dark corridor.
Maybe I'm hearing skittering of creatures that don't like the light, and because you've got the sword, they're running away from it. Which is why we've had nothing yet.
What do you mean skittering? And I immediately look around, trying to.
It's like tiny footsteps, really fast.
Don't say that.
Vic.
Mm-hmm.
You enter a section of the corridor that is thinner and literally like 5 foot wide. So you're all having to walk in single file. And it very much seems like you become aware of the fact that it's probably deliberate. And then your foot catches on something. And then as your foot catches something, oh, weird, that's weird. Your other foot instinctually carries on. You don't stop in time, and your front foot slips down. Essentially, it's almost like a step. It's been carved into the stone, but in such a way that it's like an optical illusion. It seems like the path the corridor continues going, but there's about a 2 or 3 foot gap that as your foot continues, it falls down, but you don't fall completely because your back foot is now caught in a little outcrop. So you fall, but also do the splits. Make an acrobatics check for me. Okay. You manage to just about pull your arms out to the sides to catch you before you take too much damage, but you do graze your shins and take 6 points of bludgeoning damage as your foot that's caught continues down and your knee slams into what little bit of the path is left, and your other foot slips down and almost as you're doing the splits.
I'm going to let everyone behind me know that I just watched Vic do the splits and that we need to be more careful.
Yes. Would that
Yeah.
still be half damage if it's non-magical, I guess, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah, okay, 3 points, that's fine.
I forgot. Yeah.
You have resistance against split damage.
Very tough groin.
What happened, Vic? Vic, are you okay?
Yeah, there's a bit of damp, bit of moisture on this step thing here.
Where's the moisture coming from?
Who knows? Probably those spiders over
I
there.
burned them down once, I will burn them down again.
Okay,
true.
well,
It's true.
steadily go down, continue, I guess.
Okay.
Surely.
Watching any more changes in the
Yeah,
floor.
keeping more of an eye out this time. Aqua, that when Vic slips and gets his foot caught, you hear a skittering and possibly laughter?
Oh god.
Just sort of like giggling more than laughter. And now Vic, you keep more of an eye out for the similar sort of effects, and within the next sort of 100 feet, there's another 3 or 4 steps like that just have little pits dug out, and gaps just enough to catch your feet, or maybe catch you off guard as you slip down, and you manage to avoid them and point them out to everyone. And you continue on. This cavern continues down, almost in a spiral pattern now. And then it loads. It's difficult to say how long you've been walking for, but eventually you come to an opening in a corridor that leads back into another worked section of stone. Another worked section of stone that leads into an open and long corridor. Welcome to level 2.
Hey, you know what I'm getting?
Sorry, go on.
I'm getting flashbacks of. Elder Scrolls Battle Spire. That was a very, very vague reference.
I've literally never played that.
Well, I'm getting the feels.
Getting the feels.
Yeah.
Aw. Did only Aqua hear the skittering and the laughing? Or...
That's what I was going to ask. Did I hear any more laughing with any of the more like steps Vic actually avoided?
You continued to hear skittering. No laughter. However, the skittering followed you the whole way down.
Did we hear it too after Aqua pointed that out?
You might have heard bits and pieces, but you won't have heard much.
Okay. Do I realise it's followed us down?
I don't know. Do you think Aqua would have realised it, or would he have just written it off as them being everywhere?
Well, apart from the giggle being weird, I would assume it was just random creatures scuttering. If I had more giggling, maybe, but I didn't, so...
There you go then. Ahead of you seems to be a dead end.
Okay.
Gold, you take the lead. I'm sure you find the secret passage if there is one. Otherwise, we just turn back.
And go all the way to the end.
We've done our 5 levels.
Oh.
Sköld, where'd you go?
I just walked through. Was I meant to?
You didn't. You're okay. Don't worry. You come to the wall, and Sköld, you notice immediately a bit of dwarven trickery. The wall at the end of the passageway is semi-illusory, and as you walk through it, there is on one side a sort of, it's an obvious door, but it's made of stone, and it stands out on this side of the wall considerably compared to what you were seeing as you walked up to it. But as you try to unlock it, it is locked. However, apparently it's not. There's 2 locks here. I wasn't sure which one did what. But with your intent and innate knowledge of dwarven culture, you managed to get the lock open easily.
We say it was his inspiration that was still there.
Yeah, you used your
Absolutely.
inspiration that you keep forgetting about.
While he does that, I already rub my hands together, ready to shoot another Eldritch Blast. Oh, I wanted to open it.
No more forceful opening. Right, so this place looks familiar almost. I don't know why, but it just does.
Might you been here, Sköld?
No, not that I know of.
This level, the first thing you notice is a lot less welcoming looking and a lot less clean.
What's the smell like?
Very similar in the kind of stale, sort of moldy, mildewy kind of odor.
Okay. Okay.
The selection of here is almost looks like a desk. I say almost looks like a desk because it is a desk. And there's a few kind of what look like record books that someone seems to be keeping as records for something.
Are they in Dwarvish?
They are. They're also very faded and old looking.
Then I keep moving.
Which way did the door open?
It didn't open in a direction. It kind of slid open.
Okay.
Ooh, they're using redstone.
Can I make out anything from the books?
It seems to be a ledger for people passing through.
Okay, interesting. Any notable entries?
No names you recognize. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be any recognizable names. They all seem fairly generic dwarven names. Just from what you can make out, this seems to be a less than desirable passage into the lower levels.
Okay. Well, let's keep moving forward, I suppose.
Keep moving.
Moving on.
They within 30 feet, so we have the light.
Okay. As you go through, you come round here and Sköld, make a history check.
Okay. Let's have a gander. History. Well. Oh. The curse continues.
Yeah, you have no idea what these are. These weird casket-looking things with bowls on the end. No idea.
Why are you suddenly so loud?
It's probably been exploring for so long. My brain is full of fog.
Loud?
Yeah, it's fine. It might have been me.
Oh.
Somehow you suddenly
normal.
Now his mic did just weirdly start playing every audio possible in his house.
Oh, did it? Sorry.
Don't know why. Stop now.
I didn't get it.
I apologize. Continuing around this corridor. How are you proceeding? By the way, are you just continuing walking around, or?
Very cautiously, but I seem
Literally
to
just behind Vic.
Yeah, make
Just
sure.
looking out for trip hazards. I'm not worried about anything else at the moment.
Okay.
I would probably be a little bit behind, not much, maybe 10 feet, maybe 15 feet. I'm just occasionally knocking at the walls just to see if there's any reaction from the walls.
Okay. Everybody make either perception or investigation checks depending on how you're proceeding.
Mine is perception because I am still listening out for the feet.
Great.
Perception is better for me, but I'm doing investigation because I'm knocking on the walls, so it wouldn't be perceiving, it would be actually investigating.
I'm
Okay.
perceiving because I'm just keeping an eye out for anything particularly. Oh wait, that'd be more investigation.
You're investigating these random things you don't know what the hell are.
Yeah, I don't know. Is it perception or would it be investigation? We're gonna go with perception. Why not?
You do you. You do you.
There we go. It doesn't matter anyway.
Um, Aqua, you, while Vic is kind of walking along, listening out and keeping an eye out for any more trip hazards, he doesn't do a very good job. And as you get to sort of about here, you see that on the floor there is one tile that seems to be ever so slightly raised from the others, and is
Do I have time to warn him, or try and catch him at least?
well, yeah. I mean, you notice a bit further down the corridor, and think nothing of it until you get closer and realize actually, yeah, that's a raised thing, and you've seen some of your old pirate buddies use tricks like that in the past to hide less than friendly things. And yeah. So if you point it out to Vic, then
Yeah, I will. I'll point out to Vic and be like, Vic, watch out. There's another raised step there. Which, from my experience, is never good. Just be careful.
Just build this place flat, wouldn't you?
It's very old.
Yeah, I guess so. Oh, and that's me like half joking thinking. So is that like, does it look like it's deliberate kind of like trap thing, or?
you can investigate it if you wish.
Okay.
I mean, as
Oh,
I kind of seen it, I'd probably help Vic in the investigation because it's kind
can-
of like
You can
these
roll
look
with
familiar
advantage.
from the past.
Yeah, you can roll with advantage then. As you get closer, how are you investigating? Like, describe your investigation to me.
I'd probably get down on like flat body, just looking at it to see, and then see if I get some light underneath the raisedness, see if there's anything like making it obvious.
Okay.
That's maybe like some kind of like pressure plate or something.
Okay. So as you get closer, you sort of bring your sword closer to the sort of little bit of a gap underneath the tile, and you slide it closer and closer and closer until the light shines underneath, and all it takes is like a little bit of a twitch, and your sword glances the tile, and then it just shoots upwards and explodes from underneath. There's like, it's not a big explosion. It's enough that if you were on top of it, it would have caused damage. And you just see like this powder almost, just, and it's bad. It would have been bad.
What was, my God, what was that?
Some kind of trap.
Yeah, me and my buddies used to do them with pranks, but nothing that explosive.
Why would there be traps down here?
Well, you wouldn't think they'd set them up specifically, like, unless of course the first level that we just were in was the only living quarters, and everywhere further down is more private militarized or something. I don't know.
It seems odd to booby trap this floor.
Yes.
You would have done the first floor, and then the second floor would have been extra defensive, not booby traps.
Well, even so, booby traps don't tend to be used in defensive installations, you know. That's usually what the soldiers are for.
That also is very true. I'm
I
gonna
mean,
start looking around to see if I can like see anything scuttering or.
Okay.
I'm going to stick with Aqua and help him.
Very noble of you.
I now roll with disadvantage. No.
Oh.
So you're just looking around for creatures. Is that right?
Yeah, because I know that's been placed. They can't have still been just left there.
Okay. Roll an investigation check.
With advantage, or do I get
Yeah,
to
with
roll one
advantage.
too?
Sorry.
Oh, okay. I'll roll another.
Great.
Wow.
Such improve. You see nothing. There's no signs of life aside from the four of you. Although, with your perception check previously, 22, 23, now that you think about it, there seems to be, well, there was maybe footsteps, sort of re-toed footsteps. Fairly small,
It's
nothing
definitely
massive.
strange.
But yeah, they just seem to be scattered around and disappear off at random points.
Okay, I'm gonna let everyone else be like, guys, we need to be more careful and keep our eye out. I think something might be following us. I'm not too sure, but the scuttering is still with us.
Put down any of our own traps or trip hazards, noise makers?
I don't have anything extra on me, unfortunately, that could be phasmed into a trap that I know of at this moment.
Okay. Well, we can just keep an eye on it. Maybe lock some doors behind us if we can.
Sorry, my train of thought just completely disappeared then. I was like, oh, yes, do that. No, gone. Okay, so continuing to listen out for footsteps and kind of trying to block your way or block the way after you, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, keeping that in mind.
Is there any actually footsteps? Was it really dusty down here, or is it?
It's less dusty, but occasionally it's quite grimy. So occasionally, when Aqua sort of thought about it, you know, it's one of those things that you kind of notice in like subconsciously, and only really clicks when something triggers it. Now that he realizes and has thought about it, actually, the footsteps were just sort of light marks in the grime. Sort of, you know, skittering around. And ahead of you, if you want to, now that you've been pointed out, yeah, all the way down this corridor and around. Okay.
Oh dear.
This room seems to be in a state of disrepair, and it's not entirely clear what it used to be. The whole system has gone from being heavily signposted and civilized to quite disheveled. So this room has tables overturned, wood splintered everywhere, bits of stone that seem to have fallen from the walls and now lay shattered and broken on the floor.
Can I see if there's any indication of like what caused this, or if it's just general decay?
You can make an investigation check.
Yeah. Investigation. I'm not very good at it. That's better
13.
than most of my rolls.
Yeah. It's something like your third or fourth highest roll of the day. You can see in this room that those footsteps that you've been following down this corridor are everywhere, overlapping, and just literally like all around the whole room, and into this extra other section through here as well. Like some of them walk up to the walls and seem to just stop. But there's such a strange like pattern to it that it could just be that they've been smudged out or something.
Okay. Nothing really to tell us what's been going on in here.
Into this room, Sköld, you get to this point here and you're hit immediately with a sort of profound sense of loss. This room is a mausoleum, and these kind of mausoleum crypts, however you like to call it, are reserved to great warriors or great dwarves who have achieved much in their life, and they tend to be accompanied in death by their followers, their closest followers. There are two semi-intact what do you call them? Sarcophagi. 4 others that have just been crumbled and destroyed. So the 4 that are now shattered and broken are mixes of stone and bone, and just left into ruin. To your left, immediately up here, is a plaque. So basically, these just along here, there is a plaque with a dwarf that stands above all of their followers, subordinates, friends, family. Not any taller, but just generally a bigger presence. And don't do that. It seems like the hair seems to be just disheveled, with a massive beard that kind of is braided all the way down almost to their waist. And they seem to be in some form of battle against a creature that you can't quite make out. It's just background detail. But they seem to be in the process of arousing speech. And you recognize this person. This dwarf is known to the whole country of Karasgard as the hero of Kardec Fireheart, who hundreds of years ago, granted, fought off invasions of orcs, fought off invasions of elves who turned to misdeeds, and also fought many dragons and creatures that were never quite explainable. All round, in their sort of 200 or 300 year life, they did nothing but do great deeds.
Right, well, I suppose I'm got quite a sad feeling that all of this has been destroyed. Looks like it's been vandalized as opposed to just eroded over time. Stone doesn't tend to deteriorate too much.
No, especially dwarven stone. For such a hero like this, it would have been potentially even infused with Envelium to make it like extra strong. And this does seem to have been, deliberate.
Who could have done such a thing?
You can't
Suppose
tell,
there's no-
but you
no
can see those
proof of that.
footsteps. Actually, make another investigation check. Sorry, I know you're not very good, but maybe in this case, practice makes perfect. Never mind.
Nope.
The destruction looks somewhat recent. you can see that the grime on the ground has been pushed away recently by some of the stones and bricks and blocks kind of being spread along the floor. That's about all you can gather.
Looks like whoever's creating the monsters may be also looking for something valuable.
Didn't you say we might be followed?
Yes.
Okay, everyone, can you step away from me quite far, please?
I usually try to. The man's just a close story.
As I'm walking through, I'm trying not to make it obvious, but I am looking around to see if any of the opened or smashed tombs have any loot that looks good, but I'm not making it obvious.
Okay.
I'm going to cast Detect Thoughts.
Right.
To see whether there is a creature. It's not far. I just want to see if we're directly being followed. A creature in a 30 feet radius that isn't my friend's, that might be of thinking nature.
Hmm. There's a brief flicker of something. You pick up, so within the 30 feet, which would be about this.
Yeah.
Roughly. There is a brief flicker from this direction of something, but it kind of disappears almost as soon as it came through, almost like it was unintentionally walking through the radius.
Can I gain any sort of surface thoughts or something?
It's a bit too quick, but you do notice that the few thoughts you do pick up are very chaotic in terms of like how they're being thought, if that makes sense.
I immediately lower my voice. There's something or someone here with us, guys.
I'm going to talk normally across the room. We can't hear you. We're on the other side of the room.
I send you a message in your head. Shut up! There's something here.
Yes, I told you this. I say that out loud.
Aqua.
You're
Roll a,
getting it first.
Aqua, roll a D100 for me.
Great. 64. Have we had it before?
I feel like we've had that before as well.
It
Okay.
just rhymed, so I wanted to
Oh,
say it.
game ending then.
Sorry, if it was game ending, you're the only one stood next to me.
Yeah, but I think it's 30 feet for a fireball, isn't it? So we'd be in radius.
Please hold while I find it.
Oh god, what is it?
You've done this one before.
Have I?
Yeah.
Oh god, you guys are in range. Why'd you step closer as I did that?
I didn't know you were going to.
I didn't even know why I was going to. My mental capacity is outgrowing me.
Sköld and Aqua are completely engulfed in fog.
Great.
Vic and Nell. Aqua just is sort of like shouting across this room at you, kind of a little bit irritated, but also trying to wind you up. And then just poof, fog.
Cool.
Can I try and step out of the fog?
Yes, you can. I mean, it's not too difficult.
Okay, let's there we go. That wasn't too bad.
Yeah, walk out. I was like, yep. That one, I think, was me. Not whatever's playing tricks, I guess. I don't know.
Well, it does seem quite random, like one of your magical anomalies.
Well, something is following us, and they seem to be messing with us a little bit.
When isn't there?
Oh no, I can't get rid of the fog cloud.
It stays there forever now.
endeavor.
Can you have it where we just randomly hear a foot as it walked into a wall but don't see it?
Okay. So with a bit of a heavy heart, Sköld. It's a bit. Sorry, it leaves you with a bit of a heavy heart. This room in general. Just from like that, this was the final resting place of such a hero, and for it to have been defiled like this. Aqua.
Try not to show it, but
Yeah, understandable.
very disheartening.
Aqua. Again, you just hear. You actually do hear a sort of pitter patter and then a thud.
I smile to myself, but I don't say anything.
This door here, Sköld, is made of wood, which, you know, for a room containing such a hero would make sense.
Only the rarest materials.
Exactly. As you open this door,
Oh,
you
no.
see
Oh no.
in the middle of the room, inside a square of pillars, is just a conflagration of bones, and some of them are mismatched to what you would expect from something this tall and like size.
I didn't see that.
It is huge, and it's just kind of hunched over, arms resting on its what would be knees, but it doesn't have knees, and just kind of facing downwards. And as you open the door, there's that kind of like stop and sharp intake of breath, and it just raises its head, and you just hear the cracking, the kind of as it lifts its head and turns to you and begins to stand. When it stands fully, the cracking and sort of clicking of its bones together is just eerie and disturbing.
Nothing to see here.
Yeah, as I poke my head round the door open quickly, I'm like, yeah, I'm just going to reapply my mage armor just because.
Yeah.
Can't let this defiler of heroes' graves go unpunished.
Well, how do you want to do this? We can attack it from, well, actually, it might be friendly, but we can attack it from range, if not, and have it come to the door. Or we can all charge in there like lunatics.
Well, I can assure you it's not friendly. And, well, if me and Vic take point, and you guys attack from the rear, then we should be all right.
Alright. Open the door. Let's see what we can do.
Okay then. So step into the combat zone.
Can I go big before we go through the door?
You can go
I
big
didn't
before you
mean
go through the
in
door.
there, Sköld, but okay.
I'm charged with righteous fury.
Yes. Okay. Please hold a second while I just do something. As you charge with righteous fury, it takes one step towards you in the time that you charge in. Vic, you've gone big. You have embiggened yourself.
The embiggening.
Will make you big. Boop. So now, Aqua and Nell, Vic is taking up the door. Sköld has charged in. You are. Aqua's done mage armor. Nell, you have one movement or one action.
I'm going invisible.
Okay, that's fine. Right.
As she does that, can I just quickly like be shocked and like put my hands in at the area where she was to try and feel if she's there?
You've
Like,
seen
now
this
where you
before.
gone?
You've seen this before, Aqua.
Okay.
I pat his hand away. Stop it.
Right.
Okay. Everybody roll initiative, please.
No.
I think that is a competent roll right there.
Competent roll. Oh, typical.
yeah.
What a
There we
shock.
go.
My streak continues. Oh, how annoying.
Well, I'll say it's definitely going before us. Nope.
Vic.
Right. This thing doesn't look too impressed with us being here. I'm gonna guess.
I'm not impressed with it being here.
No. But Sköld. So what is here? Just a giant skeleton. I guess that's pretty descriptive.
Giant skeleton. It's currently holding in its hands. It's got two weapons in its hand. One looks like a giant maul that's probably about 5 feet long. And the other seems to be just a humanoid skull.
Oh.
Kind of with a slight purple glow.
Okay. That's about. Yeah, I got 40. I think I'm just gonna run around that kind of direction there, and we've had plenty of fights. We've all been grouped up, so I'm gonna kind of at least distract it over this way, or let everyone else spread into the room, kind of thing,
Okay.
if they so wish. And I'm gonna target it, and yeah, as I run into the room, I'm just gonna shield up and just do one slash across it, just to see what it's about.
All right. Uh-oh. What was that?
Dead?
24 hits, sorry.
I was about to say, if 24 doesn't hit, then we're in trouble.
No, sorry, there was a da-da-da-da, which is strange because I have system alerts like that turned off. So, usually worries me. Uh, 21 points of damage. Nice.
That's like a lot.
Say again?
Guess it seemed like a lot, but I guess D10 5 plus
Mm.
the D8 on top of it. Yeah, okay, I rolled max on D8, I guess. Cool. Okay, so hit that across there. Did the radiant damage seem like it did any extra to it?
Did not.
Okay. That's my classic question whenever I hit with
I know,
radiant
yeah.
damage. I like to know. Okay, so that's just one slash across it, and then when I'm squared up into that position, I'm just gonna go for a little thrust to
Nice.
its chest. Go for another one.
That hits.
I'll save my runes for now, maybe. Do I save my runes? I might just do a fire rune on it as well, just because I'm thinking, let's knock it. Let's restrain it if I can.
Okay.
So you got a strength save to do.
Okay. Yes. Oh, 16?
It made it.
Succeeds. Nice. Still rolled a 1 in that advantage, though.
So yeah, you're no longer on fire or anything.
Okay. Still takes the 10 damage, though.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. That's me. I did my bonus action before my turn, but I don't think I've got any other bonuses I really want to use. So I'm not going to.
Okay. It's gold.
Okay. Well, my righteous fury, I'm going to cast Searing Smite. That my weapon is charged with righteous flame. I don't know when I should roll it. I suppose I should roll it when I go to attack.
Yeah, so roll the damage once you've hit, because that stays as a concentration spell until you hit.
Okay, cool. Right. So then I'm going to maneuver around the other side. Because
Maneuver.
the advantage is. And I'm going to attack said big skelly boy.
The big skelly.
Attack with advantage. Maybe. Yes.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Cool. Just making sure he doesn't have some omnipresence.
Hits.
Oh, very good.
Spread your weapon. Sorry, if it's a giant, you'd get more damage.
What was that, sorry?
Oh.
Oh yeah, it does.
I happened to read that, and it's just, I don't know if it's the same kind of giant.
I didn't hear what you said, sorry, say it again.
Oh, it
My-
says if it deals extra 1d8 damage, or if target is giant, 2d8 damage on the
hit
dwarven
with the
thrower.
It's
I know.
a giant though.
With a ranged attack.
It's
Ah,
a
okay.
giant.
The specific creature that is a giant, not because when it's giant.
Yeah,
Boom,
giant.
very
logistics.
It could be a skeleton of a giant, though.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
a it's a
that's
giant it's like a conglomeration. It's technically classed as a giant skeleton. So it's a giant creature. But that comes under ranged attacks.
Okay.
Ah, gotcha.
I'll know for next time. Thank you for pointing that out about my own
I genuinely didn't know that was a thing.
No, I mean, if I just read it really random now, just like, oh, let me read this while he's fighting. I was like,
Noted.
So roll your damage.
Okay, so first we're gonna roll you. Boom.
Oh.
Nice.
Nice.
And then we're going to find my Searing Smite. And roll that as well.
Searing Smite.
Nice.
Maxed out. And you have to roll a Constitution saving throw, I believe.
Constitution save.
Indeed.
Can you cast your Searing Smite so I can read it?
Yeah. Is that it? How do I?
I don't know why I said that. I could just do it myself. Okay, so it is a magical effect. I said it is a magical effect. Oh no. We hit that point of the day.
I broke it. Maybe if I do it like this, give me a second.
Oh, there we go. So I rolled an 18, which
That
succeeds.
does save. Yes.
So it takes the damage, but has no lasting effect.
Darn. Well, that's all me done, I believe.
All right. Aqua.
I was hoping to use my wand, but as they've ran into pretty close combat, I'm not that trigger happy.
You could thread the
For
needle.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine. I believe in you.
So I'm just
If
step
you do
in.
it, I'll do it.
Oh god.
Yeah, that's not
Don't do it.
happening. And I use tidal wave. Let me draw my combat zone.
Welcome
Like
to the combat zone.
I rolled a 17,
Yeah.
so I succeed.
Damn.
On a failed save, on a successful save, it takes half as much damage and isn't knocked prone. All right.
got 11 damage.
Okay. Cool. Thank you.
And there's my go. I was like, let's look at my bonus actions. Don't exist.
What bonus actions? Bonus actions. All right. Now.
You said it had a purple skull in its hand or something?
Yes.
So Nell stands there for a second and she's just wondering to herself, to attack or not to attack? That's the question.
Oi.
And then she moves here.
Last poor Yurik.
Oh, I see. Okay. He's going to try and attack you.
He is invisible.
He's
Whether
invisible.
that's
You
an
make
effect.
you make a very good point.
Yeah.
I'd forgotten about that. Thank you.
I forgot. It doesn't show it very well with the effect.
Yeah, I know. I forgot. So thank you.
That's alright.
And I'll end my turn. Unless I need to roll a stealth check by stealthing by him or something.
Yes, you do.
Then go back to my turn. Do I get to roll with advantage?
Yes. 22. That's fine. You are invisible.
That's the end of my turn.
Okay. Oh, I gave him the wrong thing. God damn it. I was reading one thing and I'm like, why isn't this in his own inventory? It's because he hasn't got it. It's fine. I'll just X out of that. Okay. For his turn, he is going to move here. And he's going to go for the squishy boy.
How does he know I'm squishy? We haven't even fought yet.
So he raises the maul that he's got in his hand, and as he swings it down, it comes down and literally just head seems to duplicate. And
In that moment, I pray to God.
Oh my.
15 to hit.
No, because I got mage armor on, so yes. Oh wait, does
No.
it make me a 15?
Meets it, beats
So it
it.
does hit.
No.
Oh, damn it.
Why is your mage armor not affected on your?
It
shit.
never shows up. I've always had to do it separately.
All right, okay, that's fine.
So,
So
one thing that's never worked.
that's weird. It should. You take 13 points of bludgeoning damage as the maul just comes down, duplicates, and just bonks you once around the head, and then bonks you on the other side as well. It's unpleasant.
Myself. This is why I don't pray to God anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Double bonking him.
And then he turns to you, Vic.
Mm-hmm.
Someone equal in size, almost. Can I cast it? Nope. So after recovering from the swing of his hammer on Aqua, he turns to you, Vic, and you see from closer up, this skull that he raises has sort of this weird purple plants like growing from the middle of it, almost like you don't quite understand. It's difficult to explain. And he just raises a finger and plucks a petal from the skull, and you just feel like an energy overwhelm you. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me. 23. You're fine. If this would work, god damn it. Please hold while I find the stop that. Put that in there. Thank you. Right. Right, so you made the con save of 16. Ignore what that says. This is an item. I just need it to cast a spell. Use half as much. Okay, so I still roll damage. So you take 15 points of necrotic damage. As this cold energy, just death-like energy, overwhelms your body, and you just start feeling yourself wither slightly.
Okay. Necrotic, nasty.
Nasty. Alright, that is his turn.
As a reaction,
Oh yeah, go for it.
I have to do it when it ends its turn, but I might as well. I'm going to use a rune I haven't used before.
Go for it.
And I'll find it in a minute.
It's there somewhere.
Bone rune.
Ooh.
How appropriate.
Succeeds, the creature is charmed by you for a moment unchallenged. Oh. Wait, it's advantage, sorry. Never mind. Okay, he is charmed by you.
Yeah, so for a minute, can't move, incapacitated, and it just looks like it doesn't do anything unless it saves. Like we don't wake it up by hitting it. I don't think. It just
Incapacitated creatures can't take actions or reactions.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
just until it makes it save.
Yes.
We can pound on it for a bit.
But is it? Doesn't charm mean that we can't attack it because then it gets uncharmed?
Yes. I think so. That's charmed. A charmed creature can't attack the charmer or target the charmer with harmful abilities or magical effects. The charmer has advantage on any ability check to interact socially with the creature.
So we can either set up attacks or have Vic tell it to F off.
Doesn't really matter either way. It's up to you.
Okay, so I'd know that attacking it would break out of the charm or not?
Previously, when you've been charmed by something, you weren't attacked by the allies or the creature who charmed you. Your knowledge of the condition makes it a bit of a hazy area.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna assume that it's just like knocked out for a minute based on my understanding of the rune.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go it. If it's incapacitated, you get advantage on attacks against it as well.
Yeah. No. No, not incapacitated.
Okay. But I could move.
Yeah, you
Well,
can.
it's-
You can just about see Aqua through the plethora of bones.
Okay. Yes. I will go for swing number 1.
Just hits.
We should buy advantage there.
Yes. Okay.
Is that number 1? Because I'm a bit confused by this whole petal thing he's got going on. And it's also got a massive, one hand's got a massive like club thing, and the other one's got a skull with like purple flowers.
Literally, it's such a strange combination. They don't match in aesthetic. Like, this doesn't seem to be a thing you would expect it to be carrying. 16 misses.
Okay. Okay, so one attack in, another attack. Bonus action, I probably won't do anything. Nope, I think I'm good, but seeing that... No, I'd say I was probably too focused. I'm not going to like min-max it to move around, so Sköld can get advantage. Just...
Okay. Sköld, it's your turn.
Right, so it's facing Vic now. Assuming. Is it? Hello?
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Okay, I was just saying, is it facing Vic now?
Yes, sorry. Well, it's facing this direction, because that's where Vic was.
No. So if I was to move around behind him, and I've just realised that now it's there, I was wondering where now went.
She's invisible. You have no idea. Sköld has no idea where Nell is.
Yeah, yeah. So I can get behind this giant skeleton again.
You can do.
Start by...
Okay. You won't get advantage because you're not flanking.
Okay, that's fair enough. I'll just do a regular attack then. I think, I shout to Aqua to hang in there, you're doing a good job.
You can do it, Aqua.
Yeah, I believe it.
That hits.
Regular damage.
Nice.
And yeah, I think that's all I'll do for now.
Alright. Nice, nice, nice. Okay.
Send my turn. Boop.
Aqua.
Because Vic's attacked it, can I not move away with getting opportunity of attacked?
It can't take reactions. Not that you know.
Okay.
You don't know that. But
Well, anyway, I'm going to try and step one away.
okay.
And then... Not much I can see. Now that everyone's moved about, I don't know what spells to not kill people with.
Fireball seems like a good
I
option.
know, it really does. But no, I'm gonna Chaos Bolt at 2nd level.
Okay.
Fuck. And when that rolls a 1, 100 goes off?
Yeah. Finally,
Got it
roll
now.
a D100.
Wow.
70.
Oh my god, I thought it was 7 there for a sec. I was like, oh my god, fireball is going off.
Oh, god damn it.
Right, hang on, let me just see what my Chaos Bolt is rolling. It's rolling force.
Okay. We'll just do
23.
this. So yes, that hits.
Nice.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
As you hit the creature, the skeleton, with your Chaos Bolt, probably maybe will. Oh yeah. And boop. And once again, your inherent magic turns everybody invisible.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Feels
Then-
familiar.
I just shout as I send it off. Guys, I've added a bit more zing to this one. Not realizing that zing meant invisible.
Great.
And yeah, I'll end my turn.
Okay. Nice. Now,
All right. Can you
everyone's
hear me?
just gone invisible.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Now?
Okay. Meglo can't hear me?
Now?
I can hear you.
Okay.
Can you not hear now? Or Yathina?
I can hear her. I'm just winding her up.
Oh.
No, my thing, I kept talking the whole last round and my thing, you didn't listen to me, so.
I know we heard
Um,
you.
Yeah, we just weren't listening.
So everyone's invisible now.
Everyone's invisible.
Okay.
You know, a good solution to this, just because you want to make sure you catch everyone, fireball. Just in case the creature moved, you know?
You know what?
No,
No, I feel like someone's baiting us. Don't do it.
don't listen to the evil voices.
I am going to move as far as I can towards where I last saw the creature.
Okay.
Sorry.
Roll a dexterity check.
I didn't mean to take away invisibility. I accidentally clicked that.
Let's just reset that, I guess. You plow straight into the the leg of this creature because you kind of forgot where it was.
Okay, good. As soon as that happens, I'll take out my Hellfire Whip. I hold it between my teeth and I cast Burning Hands.
You also are now visible because you have
That's fine.
announced yourself.
That's fine.
Okay. Nice. Hang on. Wait a second. I didn't mean to roll the second one with the God damn it. Disregard the second one. Okay, so 10. I fail.
8.
Okay. You have charred the bones.
Okay, 8 damage. Question? Since this is a special thing that we homebrewed, could I use a sorcery point to make this spell a bonus action or not?
No.
Okay.
Because you're casting
okay.
it through a magic item.
Okay. I think in that case, yeah, that's all I can do.
All right.
I'm the only one who's visible, isn't it? Oh, boy.
Yeah.
I'm in danger.
Yup.
Aqua, the weirdest thing just happened. You realize, Nell turned invisible, but when you turned everyone else invisible, she turned back visible. How weird.
My magic is getting out of hand.
It is out of control. Con save advantage. God damn it. 14 fails, doesn't it?
15, I think, for the stone rune.
Yep. Oh, it was wisdom, sorry.
Oh,
But I attacked it.
Yeah, but it's
Yep.
incapacitated. So it doesn't matter if you attacked it, it's still incapacitated and charmed.
Okay. Okay, yeah, I thought the charm would end if someone of the opposite team attacks it.
No, because Vix and Sköld and Aqua have all attacked it.
Okay.
Nope, nothing. Just moving on.
Yeah.
this is going to be really overpowered against low wisdom enemies. Okay, so I'm going to maneuver around it this time, seeing that Aqua's moved away, so I can flank with Sköld.
Whom you can't see.
Gold used to be.
So I would say that there would be no advantage here because
Okay.
you don't actually know if Sköld's still there.
Okay. Oh, yeah, we're invisible. Sorry.
You're invisible.
I was like, I just saw him. I could have seen him. Yeah, we're invisible, of course. And is it visible? No, it's
No,
also invisible.
It's
still.
invisible. You
I
saw
wouldn't move
You
it.
weren't here the last time this happened,
you saw
was-
Nell sprint into it, so you kind of still know it's in that vicinity.
Yeah, I'll just attack from this position. Then I wouldn't have moved around in that case.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, I forgot we're invisible. So I would get disadvantage because it's invisible. Would I get advantage because I'm invisible?
No, it's just disadvantage straight
Okay.
because it doesn't give you advantage for being incapacitated either.
True. Okay. Yeah, I'll just
You can do it.
assume it's in the same kind of spot. Saw Nell kind of like burn a silhouette briefly.
Yeah.
And I will
Yeah, you're fine.
Oh, look at that.
take that.
Easy.
Damage,
Easy.
giant smite.
If our giants might roll a 1.
Yeah, like it's just weird. It's like you roll a 1, 16 damage.
Well, it's like it's a D10 and a D8 and a D6.
Ah,
But it's only D6 once per hit.
You are no longer invisible, and neither is the giant.
Oh,
As
okay.
you swipe at it, you've been taking chunks out of the bones and gouging bits out. This is the first time you've sheared through a bone. One of its sort of like ribs in its rib cage. You've just kind of separated a whole chunk of the bones in half.
Okay. So it's looking quite weathered now, or
Yeah.
okay, cool. I still don't know where anyone else is, so I'm just going to maintain position.
You can see now. How's that?
Nell is there.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello there.
I will move slightly around just in case it tries to attack me and swing around and hits Nell at the same time, if that's even possible.
Right.
I'll go for a regular attack, so just normal attack this time. Now we're both visible again, I guess.
You are indeed. That misses. Good job.
Cool. So yeah, one hit, move to the side to get like a bit more of a position, and then just
Yeah,
scratch the floor.
it gets its maul up in the way and just bashes you. Even it can't make an attack, but it can still sort of defend itself.
Mm-hmm. That is me.
Sköld.
Oh, right.
All
Well,
right.
let's continue doing what we do best, I suppose. Everybody seems to be in somewhat one piece. So, you know what, let's have a... I'm going to try guiding bolt, then I'm in too close of range for that. So, I'm
You're
here
invisible. You can move away.
now. I can move away and throw my hammer at him. Why not? You only get a chance to do this every so often. So how far away do I have to move?
You just can't be in melee range, basically.
Okay, I'll just move one step back and then kind of throw my hammer at him.
All right.
And here we go. Wait a second, that's not even... There's no roll to attack apparently in my options.
You selected him.
I have.
Oh, did it say you're too far away?
You might do.
It's a weird one because it technically classes as a melee weapon.
Hmm.
Other formula? I don't know. No, don't. What? No. I guess other formulas for when you throw it. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. I think other formula, yeah, is when I get that extra damage. Okay. Is there another one up here which I did earlier? Here's one I made earlier.
And here's one I made earlier. It's
Okay.
so it's a +8. So do a d20 +8.
Okay, yeah. Let's make d20 +8.
That
Oh yeah,
misses.
we bugger.
You
And-
become visible.
Okay, and also my my hammer is on the floor.
Yes. Yes, it does. It is away from you now.
Whereabouts is it?
Good question. Good question.
It comes back to your hand, doesn't it?
I think it does, yeah.
Yeah, then the
Even if I
bottom bit.
miss.
The weapon flies back to your hand. So it kind of flies forwards, bounces off the wall on the other side, misses the creature again, and just lands in your hand.
I always thought that if it missed, then it wouldn't fly back. In that case, I'm going to start ranging for more often.
I'm just gonna keep ducking a bit. Just have a look around, keep ducking.
Yeah,
Where's it gone?
making sure to stay out of his way.
Okay, I think I'll end my turn there.
All right. Aqua.
After seeing everyone magically pop back into reality, I'm gonna pop my Tides of Chaos.
Nice. Roll D100 for me.
Yeah.
Oh shit, here we go again.
43.
Free. I actually don't think we've had that one.
Oh,
Not quite the answer of life, is it?
no. For the next minute, you can teleport up to 20 feet as a bonus action on each of your turns.
Oh, that's so
Ah.
cool.
Is that an action or is that could be a bonus action?
Like I said, as a bonus action, you can teleport for
oh, sorry,
20
I
feet
didn't
up to
hear
your
the
turn.
first bit. So my bad. I didn't hear the first bit.
It's a bonus action.
Nice. Well, then I'm gonna level 3 cast Rim's Binding Ice.
Nice.
I don't want to do the full 30 feet, but it's making me.
Oh no, it's making
Yeah,
me.
you don't get to
friendly fire.
choose how far the 30-foot cone is, and you've said you're casting it, so you're casting it.
Oh, I've angled it that way.
It's
Oh,
too
you
late
picked me.
now, boy.
Charming.
Come on, Vic, you can do it.
I shout, sorry, as I do that.
I'm just glad it's not me for one.
Oh, he failed.
Oh my.
Ah, he
24.
failed, did he?
He did.
Yes, he has to spend an action to break out of ice.
God damn it. You
Wait
can't
a
take
minute.
actions.
And then, after doing that, how much? It's 20 feet past him.
So I'll take
No,
half
that would
then.
be in him. I will not do anything and end my turn.
All right. Okay, so Vic, you took half the damage, so you still
Yeah,
took
I did.
12.
Yeah, I don't know. I like how this thing's incapacitated, yet you still didn't attack. That had to hit me as well.
And I was like, oh, I'll angle it. And it was like, oh, no, it's full 30 feet. I can't change it. It's going to hit everyone. Like, what angle works best?
Just aim for Vic. It's fine. He'll understand.
Maybe.
Maybe. Exactly. Go on now. What you doing?
Oops. Well, he can't take actions or reactions, so I'm just gonna move.
Yeah, you don't know that.
Yeah, I'm okay. I keep pushing that by accident. I don't know that. Then I wouldn't move away probably, and you know what? I've never used this one, so I don't know what it does. So let's do this one.
Fireball.
I was going to do fireball, but there's no way I can not hit Vic, so I'm not going to do that.
Apparently that doesn't matter.
Apparently no one cares.
Exactly.
Well, I did the math, and I don't want to kill you.
Succeeds.
Ganazars.
So he the creature takes 5 damage on failed save or half as much damage on a successful one. So half as much damage, yes. So 10
nice.
fire damage.
Okay. You can see that the bones are starting to get very charred from the multiple fire-based attacks. And also there's lots of gouges and cracks from where Vic's been smacking with his sword. It's starting to look very rough.
Actually, I'm gonna make that a bonus action. A bonus action by using 2 sorcery points. I'm going to use
Come on.
Burning Hands again
Okay.
through my Hellfire Whip and just put more fire after it.
All right. Great.
This guy is not having a good time.
Nope. Still standing though.
And that's my turn.
Okay. So now we'll do the really, really, really good wisdom saving throw.
Ooh,
17! Yes! Vic.
Okay. Everyone seems to be pounding quite successfully on this thing. Looking pretty rough.
Very
I will
rough.
give it an attack without really positioning myself because I feel like we can get this down.
Yeah. You hit. Okay. So Vic,
hmm
describe your kill.
No.
kind of like, I guess, lit up by my sword and by all the fire spells that Nell's just like engulfed it in. As I said, like long shadows all over the room. My sword kind of like cuts through the shadows and just straight through its arm. It had the skull on because that necrotic damage wasn't pleasant. So yeah, I wanted to remove that arm. Wasn't sure if it was going to kill it, but yeah, I'd like to chop through the arm, and then I guess it just crumples to the floor.
Okay. It does. All the bones just like, and whatever necromantic energy that was holding the bones together in this form just dissolves, and it just like all the bones just fall to the ground.
Nice. I might use one charge of my weapon because I think I've got an 8 on my thingy dice, radiant dice.
Okay.
I can use that for a 8-point heal. So I'm just going to use that. That's good.
Okie dokie.
A minute.
Did he is the skull still there with the flower petals?
Mm-hmm.
I want to pick it up.
Okay. As you pick it up, you feel an immediate disgusting kind of feeling. Should do that as well.
Big is it? How big is the skull? Like a normal human skull, like a
Yeah,
giant skull?
it's a normal humanoid sized skull.
And it's purple with flower petals or something.
It's a normal white skull, but with a purple. Make an investigation check on it.
As I see, come in the room and see Vic is a little bit chilly because my ice hit him. I will apologise for it and didn't realise he was directly behind the creature.
I'm not usually that easy to miss, Aqua.
As you look at the skull more and more, it seems petals seem to be swaying, despite there being no real wind. And there's 6 more petals on this skull that are sort of growing out of various cracks and holes.
I'll put it in my bag.
I have added it to your inventory.
You guys, sorry.
I am gonna just randomly, without, I don't know if anyone's looking at me, but I will teleport to this door
Okay.
since I have it. Be like,
I like you just
"Whoa."
apologise to me, and I'm just turn around. And another thing, Aqua, and then
Just poof.
and then I'll shrink, and everyone's going weird.
It's been a weird minute or two.
Do you guys see that new rune I've been practicing? Kind of like incapacitates them for a bit. It muddles with their brain a bit, I think.
Seems very effective.
Yeah, he was just letting us beat him up. It's kind of fun.
Yeah. I mean, I'll try to use it again in the future. It's only like once until we rest again. But, you know,
Oh yeah,
fights in the
So it's-
future.
could be a special occasion.
Yeah.
I feel like I've got more affinity with this throwing hammer. It seems to be much easier to wield.
Really?
Finally, I
I
understand
read
it.
the text.
As we're talking, I'm just gonna like do some of my sorcery points to replenish some of my spells.
Okay.
I guess we should have a look around the room, and I wasn't one who heard anything beforehand. I know I was told that there was things potentially following us, so I
Mhm.
guess maybe I might put my head out the door down here just to look around the corner to see if anything is following us, I
Okay.
guess.
Excuse me. Sorry. The fog cloud is still there because I can't get rid of it. But you don't see anything immediately.
Okay.
This room that you're now in, the 4 pillars that the giant skeleton was sort of sat in between, show this is more obvious to Sköld, as most things are in this place. It's cultural. The pillars show various feats that Kardec Fireheart achieved throughout his life. And it seems to be a kind of like a shrine to his achievements, almost.
Well, at least this is relatively intact.
Yes.
What do you think that skeleton was?
Don't know.
Dark magic.
Yeah, it did some kind of like very dark, unsettling magic to me.
I mean,
Check
it
the-
definitely definitely didn't destroy the tombs, because otherwise the door would have been destroyed. So it's just been sat here by the looks of it.
Well, considering the crypts have been destroyed, I dare not think that they were the bones of whoever was laid to rest.
Something's.
Reanimated.
Did you say before we kind of like had worked out that all these animals, the things we've been fighting, are a bit weird and like made or not?
Yes.
Okay.
Not quite natural.
Yes. So something is definitely creating or has created some these weird things. So this could have just been created here from anything, I guess, and
Maybe.
we need to find the culprit. But I mean, another room cleared. Progress.
Yes, let's hope there's no more abominations in these rooms.
Yeah.
Can we move on?
Open this one, but oh dear.
This room, there's something floating in this room.
Ghosts.
No.
No,
Oh well,
I will.
Aqua's going in there.
Let's just
I
put you
did
back.
run in there.
I'll just put you back there for a second,
I love ghosts.
and I'll press this button. It's less of a physical thing and more gaseous. Are any of you proficient in nature?
I have a feeling I might be.
Let me check my
Nope.
stats.
Not me.
Nope.
No, survival, not nature.
Okay. None of you have any idea what this could be.
Hmm.
Well,
I don't feel like going through that personally.
no.
I mean, we went through a brewery that made you two pretty
Yeah, but it was
funny.
visibly a thing,
Hmm.
and we had just been in a room with a necrotic entity.
Okay, that's fair. How about we come to a compromise? I will walk 10 feet into the room and then see what happens.
Well, if you want to, but I ain't gonna force you to.
But it determines if it's safe or not.
Seems legit to me.
Learn by doing, I suppose.
I mean, it means we won't have to find a way around to wherever this may lead, or what. Well, we still need to explore everywhere, and this is somewhere we need to explore.
Well, be my guest, I suppose.
I'll step 10 feet into the room.
Alright, roll a d4 for me.
I regret stepping into the room. No, I don't.
3. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm paused, sorry. So you step 10 feet in. You heal 12 points.
Woohoo!
Suspicious.
Guys, this is great. I feel great.
You
I don't know
feel
why.
amazing. When you walk in, you kind of hold your breath for a moment, but as you step in and you just sort of instinctually inhale, and immediately this is kind of sugary, sweet, and potentially raspberry flavor to the air, and you just feel instantly better. Some of the bruising from the maul hammer that attacked you from the giant skeleton just soothes instantly.
I don't know. Still very curious about why it's floating around in here. Regardless of if it's making you feel better.
Ah, you're just paranoid. This stuff's great. There's nothing wrong with me. I have a look down the corridor, both ends, just to see if there's stuff we actually need to see.
There's a door to your left, and to the right, the corridor continues and veers off to the left. All the way down the corridor, tree roots.
Ah.
Tree roots that you don't recognize and have a strange look to them.
Okay. I will turn around while everyone else is at the door. So, this place has trees, like that one area back on the first floor. Still feels great, by the way. There's a couple
Alright.
doors to my left, and the corridor continues going to the right.
So need to check everywhere. We can.
Yeah, let's keep going.
Now,
Know about
as you
this.
step in, roll a d4 for me. 2. Roll a d100 for me.
Oh god.
62.
Could you imagine if you were the one that rolled the fireball? It would have been great.
Now,
Appropriate. Yes.
for the next minute, every time you speak, your voice seems magnified to a shout.
Oh god.
Okay.
Ow! I step her back. You know you're shouting.
What? I can't hear you over the sound of my own voice.
I'm just gonna step away from now. Keep a distance.
Well, it doesn't seem to be killing them, at least. Now it seems to have lost her hearing.
Okay.
Well, I suppose.
Roll a d4 for me.
Okay.
Gold. You heal 9 points as you step in and you inhale that sweet, sugary raspberry flavour. And
I realised I was the only one who didn't take damage in last battle.
you
I
just
haven't taken damage either.
feel better.
Not from the fight anyway. Sorry.
Well, like, see, part of me was gonna like hold my breath like I did in the other room, but everyone seems to be kind of like okay. So
Doing okay.
Roll a d4 for me.
I got that one eye.
Roll a d100 for me.
Oh no!
58.
Also close.
Yes.
64, 58.
Why
Okay,
did you laugh?
I'm going to message you this one. But just be aware that Vic wouldn't know.
Okay.
Okay, which way are we going?
Please stop shouting, and to the doors, it's closer.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
let's go through the doors.
I want to be out here as soon as possible, to be honest. Oh,
As you
my.
take a step through that, or as you step towards that door and open it, before you lies a nightmare.
Yeah, I shut the door.
There were at least 4 skeletons of various draconic forms. Sköld, roll a history check for me.
History.
Were those dragons?
No, I'd rather not know.
Let's wait to see what our history buff knows.
What do you mean history buff? I know nothing.
You can tell that they're dragons, or at least were dragons.
Okay, well, they were indeed, by the looks of it, dragons.
Well, I knew that, numbskull.
Wow.
You
Why
can,
are there dragons here?
I step in just to
Yeah.
I follow.
get out the fog more than anything.
I'm just trying to keep one ahead of now.
okay.
It's been a minute by now. I think she's done.
Excuse me. I determine how
Okay.
long
Okay,
time
fine.
passes.
I'll continue screaming and wait until my neighbors
No, I
come
was
down.
assuming that because we were in the fog, it carried on until we left.
Oh, maybe.
but-
Maybe.
Yeah.
Something that I was going to tell you, but you moved on too quickly. Vic, Nell, and Sköld. These tree roots have a familiar May nature to them.
Oh, that's why I didn't have a clue
Oh.
about what they were.
Uh-huh.
I love it.
Anyway, dragons.
It smells like Faye in here.
What?
I
You
might
guys on
close
about
the
that magical
doors.
realm again?
As Vic turns round to close the doors, Nell, you feel a pleasant warmth behind you. And you turn and the doors are just on fire.
That wasn't me.
You were
I
there, though.
turn and see. I just immediately create water
I promise that wasn't
on the
me.
door.
On the door.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Roll a D100 for me.
I was so shocked by this.
77. Roll a wisdom saving throw.
Saving. I have advantage. I could use advantage. No, I'm not going to use my advantage just yet. Oh my god, I should have used my advantage.
Alright. You. Right. A lot of Aqua turns round, casts create water, and sort of puts out the fire that Nell's just created. And then,
Me.
as you all turn round to say, "Oh, Aqua, thanks," there is now a giant skeleton stood there, sort of reached out.
What?
What, instead of Aqua?
Aqua's
Or-
gone.
Wait.
Instinctively, I'll cast. No,
Oh
I'll
my
cast
God.
it from here.
You didn't use my one.
Oh, you've got it, haven't you?
No, I looked up the normal one. I know which one you looked up.
I looked up yours.
Cheeky.
Stop
Did you?
being not surprised about this.
Oh no, I was surprised because it's not my one.
Good. I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast like instinctively at
Sure.
the creature in front of me.
Roll
Not.
roll an attack.
What is happening?
That hits. Okay, you all force damage to the giant skeleton. Was that 4? Yeah. Okay. Aqua,
Yes.
you turn into a giant skeleton, and then
Okay.
Nell turns around and fires at you with an Eldritch Blast.
Can I speak?
No.
Right, I'm assuming I have still my spells though.
No.
What spells do I have?
None.
Club.
I'm gonna just
You
turn
can-
and run.
You can click on the character now in theory.
I can't see anything. It's all gone blank for me.
You should have the. Oh, hang on.
No, there's no token there for me. That's why I was confused.
We'll do that. You should have that one.
Oh, that's so cool.
What is going on? Where's Aqua?
Oh no, he was here a second ago, and now he's not, and this is in its place.
Wow. I even though she attacked me and that hurt, I'm kind of like, why? Look down at my hands, see that I have turned into some sort of skeleton. I am then gonna pose as if I'm like got muscles and I'm like doing a bodybuilder pose.
It's
I'm
showing
just
off.
admiring myself. That's all I'm doing.
I already had another Eldritch Blast in my hand, but then I stare at the skeleton. What? And I put the Eldritch Blast away.
Very peculiar.
So for the next hour, Aqua,
Oh no.
you are a giant skeleton.
Oh. Right. Did I assume I got my great axe? Apparently, that just appeared with me.
Yeah, you have all the things that this thing has.
As they've stopped now attacking me, I'm gonna try and with the great axe carve in the floor. I'm Aqua. Considering I can't spell, this is gonna be interesting.
I'm going to assume that takes a while for the Aqua that can't read or spell. So I'm going to cast message on the skeleton. Is this Aqua? Is this you? But you hear it shouting in your head. Aqua, is that you?
Ow! And thank God you finally figured it out. I have no idea what's happened. I'm just this guy now.
Guys, this is Aqua.
Okay.
I don't think he can understand you.
No.
Wait, I can't.
No. You can only understand giant, but you can't speak.
Fuck.
Oh, I can speak giant, but I don't know that you're.
Wow, I'm
Yeah.
still carrying on trying to inscribe my message.
Okay. Well, he can't reply, so I don't think this is Aqua. Well, maybe he's doing weird poses. I don't know what's going on. I'm just going around this to investigate the dragons.
Yeah, he's not
Hmm.
doing any harm to us, so maybe if we just leave him be for now.
Is his familiar still flying around or
No,
by
that's
him?
in another dimension.
Okay. Well, I'll just like push him a little bit, and then just walk on as well.
As he does that, and I guess I see them moving, I'm gonna just slowly walk behind them, and any of them turn around, just like weirdly wave to them, as if to say it's me, but no. Just hi.
Okay.
Okay.
Nell.
Let's get serious again.
No.
There's dragons here.
No. No.
Yes.
Roll a wisdom check for me.
Wisdom check. Oh no. Why?
Because I say so.
Fuck.
All right. There's a moment where you're shouting at your companions, and then mid-sentence, you go from shouting to talking normally. And Vic, the effect ends on you as well.
Okay.
And then you kind of have something akin to a blurred vision. No. And roll a history check with advantage. These 5 dragon skeletons, they all look and they have the structure of red, green, blue, black, and white.
Oh. Would I was about to say, how would I know this? But I feel like I probably just know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Something. You just get the feeling.
What did you say? Red, blue, green, white, and black?
Blue.
Well, new text. Oh, okay, blue.
Green. Black.
New text.
And
You take my big skeleton away? I can't see myself or anyone anymore.
white. Oh, can you? Have you got no vision?
No, of nothing.
Well, you don't have any eyeballs.
Like when they were attacking me, I couldn't see them, just myself.
You should be able to see now.
That image is so cool.
Nell gets very serious and very somber, mainly because she doesn't quite understand how she knows this. But she looks around at the dragons. These are all different colored dragons. That first one over there, where Scully Aqua is standing, is a red one. This is a blue one. Over there's a white one, then a green one, and a black one. But I don't know what that means. I've never encountered a dragon. I think maybe I have. I don't know.
Well, I think Kardec Fireheart was a predominant dragon hunter, so perhaps these are spoils of his, kind of trophies, if you will.
Maybe. But why would they keep them here where the population of Karisgard or Kidoral is supposed to stay?
Well, this level seems to be less about the population, perhaps. This is more of a, I don't know, a vault of sorts.
Are these like on the floor, or they actually?
No, they're on the floor. They're not like propped up for display or anything. They are just laid out on the floor. Not in any pose, they just seem to have been dumped and left.
But for a long time.
Decayed completely.
No, but no dragon teeth or anything, or any...
Well, no, the skeletons are almost completely intact. So they are literally just skeletons of dragons, and the only way now that it's been pointed out to you, Sköld, you can kind of see the facial structure is the main thing that's different, but with the skeletons anyway. Like the black dragon's horns spiral. The blue dragon has a horn on its sort of snout, essentially. The white dragon is different. The green dragon's different. The red dragon's different. They all have different like skeletons, but they are almost completely aside from a little bit of decay, almost all completely intact. Sköld, you would know from extensive learning about these things that once they hit a certain age, they would have an environmental effect when they die. So these dragons, while fairly old, probably weren't more than a few hundred years old. Not old enough to affect the environment they died within.
Gold, you have this ability where you can identify things. Can you try that on one of them?
Or is it maybe worth?
Maybe nothing will come from it, but maybe we will gain a little bit more knowledge how they got here or why they're here, who these dragons are, because it's not normal to find 5 different colors dragon skeletons just anywhere.
Can I use identify on the skull of the white dragon?
The white dragon, yes.
Blue eyes, white dragon.
So you take 10 minutes to. Are you ritually casting it or just using a spell slot? All right.
Ritual.
So you could take a short rest in here if you wanted to, while Sköld does his identify. This first one, this white dragon, is known as Gasul, and through the convenience of already having written something, and not much else is learnt, there wasn't too much known about it, although it died natural. I'm trying to sort of discern what the spell would know compared to kind of what actually happened. It's the spell's a bit confused. It's not sure how the creature died, whether it was natural or through some kind of trickery. But didn't die here. The identify spell's so weird. Like I can't. It's difficult to decide like what it knows and what it doesn't. What object do you do? There are no spells currently affecting it. It's just been left to rot, basically.
I would ask Sköld this while he identifies it. Whether we will find out or not is up to you, but I would ask him whether he can find out how old it is. Like how long the skeleton has been here, how long it's been dead.
The skeleton the body has been dead for centuries. An exact number is difficult to quantify with the identify spell. The body itself has been dead for many centuries, potentially longer than even a sower. However, that doesn't mean that it's been here that entire time.
Okay. I go over to this black dragon. I just want to have a closer look. Are there any teeth left? Are there any sort of very old, now crumpled scales or any claws left on it?
There are no scales. Every bit of flesh, skin, and hide and scales have all just rotted away over the centuries.
What about the horns?
Everything skeleton based is intact.
Okay.
I did say that previously.
Yeah, I did. This is Yathina speaking. I don't know if the horns would be anatomically part of the skeleton or not.
Okay.
Well, just to let you know, as Aqua is giant skeleton and thinks it's his only opportunity, he has got over the red dragon, sort of sat down but hovering before he's touching it, so he's not sat fully on it, and is kind of riding it like it was a mount, swinging his axe, just being happy.
Don't even.
You lose track of time while doing this, and as you're sat on the back or sort of straddling the back of this red dragon, your giant skeleton form fades and your aqua form returns, and you're now just stood on the back of this skeleton. Because I just think that would be quite funny.
I am doing the whole looking around meme. I have no.
Just for the sake of brevity. Oh no, that sorry. The blue dragon. And then black dragon. And then yeah, that sounds cool. Like that.
By the way, how long does it take Aqua to realise I've turned back into Aqua?
Oh, 3, 4, 5 days.
Right.
No, almost immediately. Like the sheer difference
Okay.
in like scale.
Scaled dragons.
Roll credits. I ignore Vic and Sköld then and like run over to Now and go, "Did you see me? I was a giant skeleton like the thing we just fought."
Nell is in the middle of trying to break off one of the horns of the dragons, and she turns to Aqua and is like, "That was so cool! You were giant. It sucked that you couldn't speak though, but that was amazing."
That was odd, but I was bigger than Vic.
You were.
Slightly concerned by how many status effects you have.
I'm
Oh.
not. I'm high on life.
You're no longer invisible. Congrats on that.
Yeah, I still have like fog, water, mage, and then whatever that blessing is.
Okay. So White is Garsul. Dead for centuries. Didn't die here, was placed here afterwards. Thragol, sorry, the black dragon. Again, dead for centuries, but not quite as long. Placed here after the fact. Amnesto, the green dragon, the oldest of the 5, but also the first to die. So the oldest dragon in terms of straight up age, but also has been dead the longest. Versagal, the blue dragon, the youngest to die, the youngest in terms of age, maybe was barely crested into adulthood. And then Glowroar, the red dragon, the most recent death, kind of coming in. Actually, roll another history check for me.
Me?
Oh dear.
No, Sköld.
History buff.
Shush you. That's what I'm talking about.
Nice. Glowroar was one of Ursoa's lieutenants.
Wow.
And was in fact at the or involved in the battle that Ursoa was vanquished, or during which Ursoa was vanquished.
Okay, well, I'll relay this information back to Nal, as she was one who had the most interest in it.
Mm-hmm.
So these were not quite so either barely adult dragons or early adulthood dragons. None of them were particularly old.
No, I don't believe any of them were of an elder status.
These are the Cardex trophies.
That's what I'm thinking, anyway. Similar to how a hunter displays his kills on a wall, I would assume a dragon hunter would do the same.
Maybe you should stop that from happening then if you want to respect it, and I'll point to Nell.
Yeah.
Now, make a strength check.
No, why not dexterity?
You spend a solid sort of 20 minutes trying different ways of pulling out. Was it a horn or a tooth or a claw?
Horn. I want to break off the horn.
Oh yeah, like no chance. This thing is like molded to the body, almost fused, or potentially just naturally growing from it, you might say. And it's solid. And you just hear Vic pointing Sköld in your direction.
I want to retcon a tiny little bit, and I want to. No, nothing to do with the horn. I didn't manage to, but I want to retcon to the short rest. I want to have sat down somewhere during my short rest and taken out my diary, and I want to have drawn this. and then written down all the information in my diary or in my book that I have got from Sköld.
All right, roll another wisdom check for me. Okay. You spend your short rest writing in your book, and then you get to the end of the kind of few pages you've written, and go to check what you've written to make sure it's, at least somewhat comprehensible. And all gone.
Okay. The image that I would have drawn as well.
Mm-hmm. The pages are blank.
Well, come over here. That's
Oh,
not
come over.
Aqua.
I know, we're all coming over because
The curiosity of just Aqua being summoned.
Yeah.
Aqua is the least judgmental of all of them. If I'm having another episode, I don't want the other ones to know immediately.
You want me to die first? I know. It's the
No,
way.
I'm going to show him the diary. Do you see anything here?
Aqua,
Yes.
roll a D100 for me.
Why is this stressful?
28. Okay. Oh, for the next minute, all of your spells with a casting time of 1 action have a casting time of 1 bonus action.
Right.
And now roll a no. You don't need to roll anything. Nell shows you her
Oh.
book. And what are you showing?
I would have shown the pages where I thought I've just written on and drew the picture of the dragons. And
Okay.
and in my head I have drawn a picture of what I'm seeing sitting here, like 4 dragons in a row, 1 dragon at the bottom, and I would have pretty much, or at the top even, I would have pretty much labeled them as you labeled them here, except for without the colors, and then made little notes of what Sköld is telling us about the blue one being the youngest and the red one being a SOAS lieutenant and stuff like that. I just wanted to try, well, I'm going to be completely honest here. Nell wanted to record this not for herself, but very much like in a way of, okay, maybe her patron showed her something and she wanted to record this for him. Not necessarily, also for herself to keep as a memory, but yeah.
Right. Aqua.
Yes.
Nell shows you the pages of the book that she's just been drawing and writing in, and the pages are covered, and I mean plastered, in scribbles. Overlapping writing that you can't read but you can see is writing, with pictures drawn over it in that has then been written over again. For the whole duration of her showing you this, she's like pointing to where she's drawn a picture, but there's a picture there, but underneath that layer there's just reams of writing that it's sort of some neatly written, some a bit more scruffy, some that are barely legible even to you, with little doodles and diagrams and all kind of just written over each other.
Turn to Nell and go, yeah, it looks good. I have no idea what it says, but it looks good.
Yeah. Great. I just put the book, like I closed the book and frustratedly put it away.
All right. Onwards.
Indeed.
I
Right, now
am
that we-
curious because I enjoyed my time, even though I was attacked as a skeleton. I don't know why it happened, but I am gonna go back to these doors.
Okay.
I'm gonna
They were on fire,
open.
weren't they?
Well,
Why were they
whether or
on
not I
fire?
saved them, because I put them out with water. I'm gonna
Tried.
open what's left, walk in a bit,
Roll
just
a
to see what
d4 for me.
happens.
Okay, roll a d100 for me. 32. God damn it, ass. Okay. Aqua, you walk in
Where'd I go?
to the sweet, sugary, raspberry flavored miasma, and you are now back in the astral plane.
Oh,
Oh, great.
Meanwhile, Sköld. Sköld?
Oh.
Sköld?
No.
Sköld?
Slaps gold.
Sköld? Sköld! What are you doing?
What am I doing? Well, I don't know that Aqua's gone off and
No?
blinked out of existence, so I suppose we better carry on.
Okay.
Mhm.
Down this set of stairs is a little bit of a corridor. It descends about 15 feet. It's quite a steep staircase. To a door. This one is a sort of fully cast iron door. With a door handle on the side. It's basically smooth, but for the door handle.
Give it a go.
Okay, and it opens into what looks to be a room. Just an empty room. In the corner is a skeleton of a dwarf holding a spear out. There's a sort of rotten shield on its back. And this spear is kind of held up purely by, just being so old that it's just always been there. You get the impression, the two of you, from looking at it, that if you were to touch it, it would disintegrate.
Okay. Well, this is weird. Wonder why there's
Yeah.
a person here, or was a person here.
So when they left this place last, like, do you reckon they bother clearing it, or just, I don't know, people still used it maybe for a little bit? Which is why it's
Don't
not
know.
clean.
I thought this might be like a prison, but in fact he's got a weapon.
True.
Very
Maybe there's
odd.
more secret. Maybe there's more secrets. Let's check the walls. Special doors. We've had this already. This place.
Make an investigation check.
Yeah, we'll both make them.
All right, Vic, you go round and you thoroughly do against every wall, every sort of brick, convinced there are no hidden exits or entrances.
Maybe not then. Maybe not. Yeah, probably not a prisoner. Do we leave them as they are? I guess we probably should.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're just like in the corner, like as if they got left there, kind of thing.
It's difficult to tell whether it's either they were left there or they were cowering. The way the skeleton has fallen, interestingly, there are still some sort of sinewy tendons connecting the bones together.
You sure it's not one of those like undead things again?
Oh, don't want to really disturb it. Seems a bit, I don't know, disrespectful.
Is it a dwarf shape sized
Yes.
skeleton?
Looks like it.
I think it's probably best if we just leave it.
Yeah. Okay. Close the door behind it. Behind us.
You are back.
Yeah. Woo! I will go back out that door and wait for the others to come back.
Okay.
Well, there's nothing else down those corridors. I suppose we better move on further through the, well, either the foggy corridor or where we came from.
Maybe we should go. It's quite a long corridor, it seems, when we looked right. So maybe go back
Is
into
it-
the other room first.
As I get close enough, I'll be like, guys, so I went back in just to see what would happen. And I ended up going back to that Fey realm you guys keep telling me about.
Okay.
Pretty amazing. Can't believe I missed it all. This definitely has the same effect as my magic can. So, we either go through and hope something okay happens, or you can try and hold your breath and run it.
Yeah, I'm thinking holding our breath. But do you want to go all the way right down the corridor? The
And
next
we
bit?
have to explore the rest of it. I mean, we can just have one of us or two of us go down just to check.
But if there's nothing else here, we have to go back that way anyway.
Alright, let's hold our breath and make the long walk. Best not to run, I wouldn't think. Probably make it worse.
Yeah, you don't want to trip over.
I even though I've told everyone that, I'm not holding my breath. I'm walking back in.
Neither am I.
Oh, I'm following the plan.
Yeah,
Okay.
so-
I made up the plan. I'm not following the plan.
All four of you, roll a d4 for me.
Oh, what?
Wow.
Yep, it was never said that. Oh, fuck.
All right. Nice. Aqua,
Yes.
you take 12 points of damage.
Ow.
Sköld, you take 12 points of damage.
Wow.
Excuse me, hang on.
You not to trust this weird fog.
Excuse me.
What?
I'm just like,
Oh.
Sköld, we just rolled bad, I guess. I mean,
What's
No.
wrong?
had bad luck.
Sorry.
No, roll a d100 for me. 57.
Why?
Thank you. 57. Oh, okay. Same as before with Vic. Any flammable object you touch will burst into flames.
Oh, okay. That's nothing new. Would I know?
Nope. Vic. Nothing happens to you, but you are filled with a profound sense of dread.
Okay. No indication of from what though.
No.
Okay, let's get out of this nonsense.
Oh boy.
Oh, that's
Oh.
the next floor down. It's easy to assume, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, just have a quick
Actual
look what's
stairs
over there.
this time.
Okay, I'll have a quick gander. There's another corridor, a long one, and a door at the end.
All right, let's
Oh,
keep
we
going. this
have
way.
to.
It's amazing he shouted that to us.
Maybe this goes
Right.
around in a big circle to the other bit again. Maybe we can
I hope
avoid
so.
this. We can.
Actually, to speed this up, I will have cast haste on myself. So
God.
I'm running around.
do anything.
I have double my movement speed. I am speedy now.
Oh,
But it doesn't shorten the playtime.
Speed everything up by 2.
You get to the end of this corridor, Aqua. When you stop to cast a spell, everyone else gets 30 feet ahead of you, so it takes you the rest of the corridor to catch up.
Wow.
And when you get to this door, the four of you try to pile through, and it's locked.
Well, I came all this way. It would be a shame not to get through the door.
Oh, someone wants to finally break their own.
Well, this place is in a little bit more of a state of disrepair. I think it would be a bit more understandable, I'd say, if it was to be persuaded open. But if we can do it without breaking it,
Did you just say persuade it open?
I did.
Are you going to flirt with it?
Well, depends if picklocking is flirting with a door.
I mean, anything's flirting if you try hard enough.
Yeah.
I feel like we are reliving our past a bit here. You know, it's all going invisible and stuff. Maybe we should relive the time where you smashed through a door, Sköld.
Well, for old time's sake, I suppose.
Remember that time when you smashed through a door?
Instantly downed.
Level 1.
Good times, good times.
Those were the
Yes.
days.
I imitate said charge through this door.
Okay, roll a strength check for me. No, you bounce off the door.
Well, looks like it's not meant to be, guys. Because we're going home.
See, as he bounces off the door, I try to catch him.
Roll a strength check to try and catch him. You get crushed under the weight of the really heavy dwarfen's like plate armor that rebounds off the door straight at you. That didn't go to
Thought
plan,
that counts.
methinks.
I'm going to try to boot the door down while they're picking each other up.
Okay.
Please don't.
I'm watching in anticipation.
Your boot rebounds off the door.
Moving out of the way.
Door.
Right, let's try this. I stand there, I'm like, this may not work. It's crazy.
I'd recommend moving.
Since I'm 5 feet away, I'll use
Yes, I'm trying to
lightning
move.
law,
Nope, definitely moving.
which should cause a lightning bolt to come down, but I have no idea how it will work underground.
It says creature, though.
Door creep.
Door is a creature.
Is it though?
Gee.
You just you cast your spell. Well, your cantrip, and nothing happens.
Guys, I guess we're too far underground for my lightning to strike.
Eldritch Blast.
Oh god.
That's not what I wanted. Sorry, Mage Hand wasn't. I misclicked.
Eldritch Blast with my mage hand. Okay, roll your damage. Nice. This poor door is having a nice quiet night in. Okay, your mage hand. Your Eldritch Blast. You fire Eldritch Blast at the door, and it doesn't fire through it this time. This time the door seems to be resistant to the magic. However, you do manage to persuade it open.
See? Easy peasy.
I mean, we could pull our weapons out and smash.
When in
it.
doubt,
It's difficult,
fire.
really.
Where'd Dow go?
Oh no.
As Nell steps through, the door slams shut. Nell, roll a d4 for me.
Oh god.
I love the cockiness. See, and then gets trapped instantly.
Nell, roll a d4 for me.
Oh no.
Oh, she's in a different dimension.
Completely gone.
Oh dear.
Rage quit.
I am gonna, just because I'm annoyed that the door's shut, I'm gonna stab at it with Reaper of the Sea. And I am gonna use my advantage on it.
Alright.
Wow.
Your rapier just boing bounces off the door. I'm gonna roll the d4 for Nell. Since she's not here. 2. Amazing.
What?
Oops, just one.
Another one.
Another one. All right. 90. Oh, I'm sure that's lovely. I think we've had 90 before.
Yeah, I think we have.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So-
It'd have been funny if you got the one that had the modem spawn and just have them beat her up in that room alone.
Honestly, that'd be great. All right.
Guys, how are we gonna get rid of this door?
I mean, we can smack it with our weapons and take it off the hinges, maybe.
I've tried to stab it. You guys stab it.
Are we doing that? Or are we waiting for Nell to do it?
Well. Wait for now to.
Well, I think her internet died, which is why she's not here. So feel free to continue trying to get through the door while things happen to Nell on the other side.
Okay, let's unite against the door.
This is the quest now.
I'll let you go first because I think chat might, whoever breaks the door is going to get in trouble with chat, I think.
You can't let chat influence your actions.
I never have before, to be fair. Right, let's both swing at the same time. Forget it. I've got no target. Where am I targeting?
Just target someone else, you'll be fine.
Aqua.
Okay, sorry, I thought you were.
I shall be the door. I am surrogate door.
I'm going versatile because why not?
Two-handed.
That's a good point. No, too late now, but yes.
I'm back.
Okay. Nell, you're invisible.
Again?
You both hit.
Roll damage.
Okay. Alright. For a combined 29 damage, the door swings open again.
As soon as it does, I'm gonna run in there.
Alright.
Can I wedge myself so it can't slam shut quickly?
Put your foot in the door.
As Aqua sprints through, you try and wedge yourself in. Make a strength check. For me to shut it. Please hold.
What strength does the door have?
Not enough. You managed to just about hold the door open. Only a sliver though. You only just about managed to get your arm through, but it's enough to keep it open.
Hold the
Aqua,
door.
roll a d4 for me. 4. Excellent. You get a strong sense of foreboding overwhelming you.
I'm just worried Nell's disappeared somehow. Because she's not in this room, guys!
Oh, no.
I'm here, guys!
Oh, God! She's turned herself invisible, I think.
No, I didn't turn myself invisible, I think.
You're not in this room now. Unless you're dead and you're speaking to me from beyond. I look
I'm not.
around as if she is.
I'm going to sneak up behind
Smile,
Aqua,
friend.
and I just going to poke his backside.
Okay. So you take 4 points of sexual assault damage.
His back?
Side. I heard it.
Yeah, his backside.
That's his bum.
Oh.
Is it?
Yep.
Okay, listen. I didn't know
Transformation
that.
is amazing.
I didn't know that.
That
I
wouldn't
meant
hold
to-
up in a court of law, Yathina.
Well, language barrier. I didn't know
I
that.
sort of make a weird yelping noise, jump forward one, and be like, now, if you're a ghost, please tell the other ones to leave me alone.
Fine. I'm just invisible. I don't know why I turned invisible.
Well, then who poked me?
I did.
Why?
Just pleased to see you.
Vic's kind of got the door open. We've got not much time. What's in this room?
I don't know. Let's open the other door.
Hang on. Please hold. The game is paused for a reason. As the two of you are kind of conversing, Nell, you spot out of the corner of your eye little creatures
Oh no.
just sort of appearing Not really sure where from. They don't have... They kind of... Make a wisdom check.
Do they sound familiar?
Potentially.
I mean, I may not be able to see them, but I probably could hear them.
Yeah, you can't quite put your finger on what they are, but they're kind of coming seemingly out of cracks in the wall on all fours and then standing up bipedally and staring at you, kind of like giggling. And
Even though I am invisible?
they're looking at Aqua mostly. They're looking in your direction, but
Okay.
and they're looking like in that direction, giggling, laughing, and they are advancing.
Can I
And
do anything?
Well, we will find out next week, as we're going to end the session there. Good job, guys. You didn't die.
Not yet.
No, we just need someone to quickly run in and out of the room constantly, spawning well and hundreds. Tons of
think
shit
I-
will go off, and we might survive.
I rolled a 2 every single time.
Did
I know, I've got every single one so far. It's great.
so much wild magic that session. It was great. You rolled 2 nat 1s on spells. That's the first time you've rolled a nat 1 on spells, and you did it twice. It's amazing. Yeah, good job, guys. You didn't die. That was fun. You made it to level 2. So
Nice.
in 6 to 8 weeks, I'm sure we'll finish level 2. We'll move on to level 3.
Did a weird mind thing there where it was like, we've degraded to level 2. I have to get rid of all our spells. Yeah, damn it.
So yeah, we'll pick up this next week. We'll see how you get on. See if you can make it through the door. And yeah, if you're watching this on YouTube, Thursday at 6:30, this will be going live. So if you're watching then, thank you. Maybe give it a like if you enjoyed it. Roll of the Wild Magic Chaos. Leave a comment if you did. That'd be nice. If you're watching on Twitch, Katie, Brando, always a pleasure. And yeah, we'll see you next week for more Explore the Beyond. No more Ancient Unknowns, so we're back down to 1 session a week now for the time being. So yeah, see you on Tuesday next week. Oh, for the last session of the year. So keep that in mind. Last session of the year next week, and then we're back. We'll be back in after Christmas. After New Year, even. Sorry. Yeah. See you guys later.
See you later.